Buccaneer game. I'm sorry if I'm late, guys. So let's do this. Let's go. I'm gonna have the Packer game on against the Bears. I wish Shirley was here today to pop up here so we could talk about it. We'll go around the league first. Go around the league. And we're going to recap the games today. We will start with another strong performance by the Tennessee Titans today. They won at Baltimore this week. They won at Baltimore last week. They won today, and they destroyed the Indianapolis Colts today. 45-26. Game wasn't even that close. Travis Henry, good God Almighty, 27 rushes, 178 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Tannehill, 13 for 22 for 221 and 1 touchdown. And A.J. Brown had a monster game. 4 receptions, 98 yards, including a monster punt return for a touchdown. Tennessee is flexing their muscle next Sunday. Will be one of my early previews in this room. The Browns are in Tennessee. That should be a fascinating ball game. I'm going to say this right now. This is the biggest game. I know it's going to sound crazy to you. This is the biggest game in Baker Mayfield's career next Sunday in Tennessee. It's going to be a hostile crowd in Nashville. They will be ready in Nashville. Buffalo, 27-17 over the Chargers today. Nice win for Buffalo. The Bills are flexing their muscles again. And in 2 weeks, they will be home for the Steelers 2 weeks from tonight on Sunday Night Football. And that should be an interesting game. Okay? That should be interesting. Let me see what other games we got here. Raiders, a dud today for the Raiders. Getting destroyed by the lifeless Atlanta Falcons today. Embarrassing loss for the Las Vegas Raiders. And the Raiders to lose a game this embarrassingly today, 43-6, says a lot about them, doesn't it? This says a lot about them. Embarrassing. I'm not even going to get. Let me see what Matt Ryan did today in this game. Matt Ryan today. Game. An efficient game for Matt Ryan. 22-30, 130, 22-39, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. See this. Ridley scored the touchdown, so did the tight end. So the Raiders embarrassing themselves. Now go to 6-5. Just an embarrassment for the Raiders. Embarrassment. Back here. Okay. Teddy Bridgewater, injured. They blew a 21-10 lead late. Teddy Bridgewater injured late in the game. Throws 2 beautiful passes. Set up for a 54-game winning yard field goal. Of course, the kicker shanks it. What else is new? That's why kickers suck. And Vikings escape. Kirk Cousins brought them back. Who cares? It's Kirk Cousins. Cleveland held off the Jaguars today. The Browns was looking like the typical Browns. Like I was saying, their showdown next week in Tennessee. I will cover that game next Sunday. That is the big game early. Late game is the Giants in Seattle. two first place teams will go at it next Sunday late. I will cover both games next weekend. Patriots come back and beat Kyler Murray. Kicker was named Gonzalez. Missed a 45-yard field goal, and Cam Newton led them down. And Nick Folk kicked a 50-yard field goal as New England beat the Cardinals there, and the Cardinals are struggling right now at 6-5. Back to Cleveland for a second. I'm going to look at Baker Mayfield for a second. Baker came in with 15 touchdowns and 7 picks. Baker now got 17 touchdowns, 7 picks. Nick Chubb, 144 yards. Kareem Hunt, 62 yards. Next Sunday, Cleveland Brown fans, the biggest game for the Browns in a long, long time will be in Tennessee. I will do that game next Sunday. 2 weeks from Sunday, okay? 2 weeks from Sunday. There's the link. Come on up. 2 weeks from Sunday, Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson will be in Miami. That is the main game on CBS. 2 weeks from Sunday, the whole first crew will be in Miami. Jim Nance is pumped up. He said he hasn't done as big of a game for the Dolphins in years. And next week is the Cleveland Browns. 2 weeks from today will be the Miami Dolphins. We will see if this Dolphins defense have arrived. 2 weeks from Sunday, they'll be in Miami. The number one crew will be there. Mahomes against the new no-name defense in Miami. It will be some game. I really believe it will be a war in Miami in 2 weeks. I don't know if the Dolphins are going to pull it out, but I expect a war in 2 weeks in Miami. So the Dolphins pull off a big win today. And I'm going to get into Tua Tagovailoa in a couple of minutes because it's going to be a fascinating conversation about him. John Jones, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Mace? I just wanted to jump in real quick.
Games, then we'll get right to it.
I just wanted to jump in real quick. I'm going to be out real quick because I got to handle
the
something.
Rams
I'll probably be back in 20.
Today,
but
get
Mace,
upset by the Niners.
Landon Roberts, 4th
that is a big win for the Rams. Excuse me, for the San Francisco 49ers. And I know I-Test is going to be running up here in a few minutes bragging about his Niners.
Mace,
today.
How was that Landon Roberts 4th and 1 stop?
Blow out the Broncos. Nobody at quarterback really played. The Chiefs, in a very exciting game, hold off the Buccaneers and Brady. That is a big win for the Chiefs, and we'll see an 11-1 Chief team in Miami in 2 weeks. That's a guarantee. 8-4 Miami, 11-1 Chiefs. 2 weeks from this Sunday, I will do that game all week on the Mace Taggart Experience Network. Better believe that. And last but not least, and we're going to get into the controversy right now. I know there were guys rolling their eyes at me. when I said last night in my monologue that Tua Tagovailoa injury, and we're going to stick with this for a hot minute. Tua's injury, I told you people, was a lie. And guess what happened in the middle of the fourth quarter today during the Dolphin Jets broadcast? Andrew Callalone asked James Lofton the following question. Are they really talking about an injury here, or is the coaching staff really asking who gives us the best chance to win and make the playoffs? And James Lofton answered it like the true man he is. You want to make the playoffs? You go with Fitzpatrick. I told you guys that injury is fake. The kid cannot perform like Ryan Fitzpatrick did today. And it wasn't anything special. What Ryan Fitzpatrick did today was he played damn good quarterback play and made Devontae Parker look like a Hall of Famer. We'll get back to that because my man's up here. What's up, John? John. John, unmute yourself, bro. John, unmute yourself. Yeah. Unmute. Unmute yourself, John. I'll put it in the chat room for you, boy.
Can you
There
hear
you
me
go.
now?
There you go.
I can hear.
I really believe this, John, and I'm not joking. I'm going to your team now. Next Sunday is the biggest game of this new Cleveland Browns in the history of that franchise. Next Sunday.
8-3 versus 8-3 at Nashville.
Power running game against power running game. Who has the better
Exactly.
running game? I'm going to give it to, right now, I'm giving it to Cleveland, folks. And I know that's hard for you to believe. I just said, you know why? Because they have a two-headed monster.
We're playing in Nashville. I'll say this. It depends really to me how many people come back on defense because our defense wasn't great today. But, a lot of people don't understand that we have a lot of guys out. I mean, Myles Garrett wasn't there today. But I'll say this. I listened this morning, even though I didn't talk. Dude, that was some fun radio talk today with all the guys going off.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys were killing each other. I loved it, dude.
You gotta get our old boys back up here, bro. I will run it for forever. You get our boys back. I'm talking about Dave from Riverside. Mick.
No, I'm talking about what you guys were doing with was it Ian
I
today
know, but I
and
said
those
you
guys?
gotta get the.
Yeah,
I said you gotta
that
get
was
the
fun
guys
though.
back. You gotta tell the guys I'm up here, bro. You ain't getting this. You're not getting this at Russo's channel. I promise you that.
Yeah, that channel. It's dead channel.
Hypha, what's up, buddy? Iman Perry, first place Giants. Stick it up to me. Going to be interesting. Who is named? Yo, Hypha. There is no. It's going to be interesting, motherfucker. Who's going to be the starter? Is Fitzpatrick for the rest of the year? Get used to it. Number one blows. I don't want to hear about number one in here no more.
Hey,
he's not playing no more.
I mean, today when I was listening to the show this morning, and you had the guys on there, and that guy was going off about how they didn't take Herbert or whatever. I mean, we know what Tua is, like I said, and we're not asking a guy like that to throw for 400 or 500 yards, which is kind of ironic because of what we talked about with Baker Mayfield. He's kind of in the same scenario. He needs to hand the ball off and then make a play down the field. Today he did that with Landry. Nothing against ODB, but Landry seems to thrive when he's the number one. You know what I'm saying?
The difference between Baker Mayfield
and you had Landry, and you guys had Landry, so
no,
deal.
it's okay. Because know what Landry doesn't do for us? He doesn't spread the field. We need a guy who can spread the field. Like if I was the Dolphins, I'll just eat crow and bring back what's our boy used to be here, the speedster?
Duper?
He went. Which guy?
Duper? Mark Duper?
Who? Hey, guys in the chat room. Who was the guy? I see his face. Who used to be our receiver number 10? Tell us who that is. He used to be our receiver. Heifel, Pete. Who used to be number 10? Who used to be number 10, guys?
Songenbacher?
I'm trying to remember who it is. Who used to be our receiver number 10? The speedster. Who is the speedster, Pete? He used to be on our team last year. They traded him with Tunsil to Houston. There you go. Thank you, Sean Jones. We need to bring Kenny Stills back.
Oh, still.
We bring Kenny Stills back. I promise you guys, one playoff victory for sure.
He's over in Tennessee, or I'm sorry, Houston, right?
Yeah, they caught him yesterday.
Oh, wow. Because I remember I seen him last week.
He got into it with Romeo Crennel. Guys, yeah, we need to bring back Kenny Stills. Yeah, we need to bring him back. We bring back Kenny Stills, bro. I promise you, we will compete the rest of the year offensively. Trust me, guys, in it. And you'll never see number 1 and 2 next mini camp next April. The next time you're gonna see Tua Tagovailoa. Now back to Cleveland. Yeah, next Sunday is the biggest game of this.
Might be the biggest game of the year as far as the NFL is concerned. You're talking about
the biggest game of the year is in 2 weeks, bro.
What's that?
8-4 Miami against 11-1 Kansas City. It will be Mahomes on offense against the Dolphins' young defense. Nance and Tony Romo already said they're going to Miami. It says the biggest game.
Yeah,
Jim Nance said he's going to do a Miami years.
And I have to hear Tony Romo freaking talk over everybody else.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that in 2 weeks. Cleveland, I'm looking forward to next week. Let me ask you this, John.
Yep.
You win this game next week, you're going to go 12-4. I told you that.
Yeah. I mean,
you're going to beat Baltimore.
If we beat Tennessee, that's a big deal.
You're going to beat Baltimore Monday Night Football in 2 weeks.
We don't know.
You're going to beat the shit out of Baltimore. Baltimore is dead, bro.
You might be right. I feel that way sometimes, but at the same time, Jacksonville gave us a run today. I mean, this is what I heard people complaining. Like you said, now you got all the Dolphins fans complaining about Tua. You get Browns fans complaining about that's the refs, it's this, it's that. I'm like, hey, at the end of the day, what did they do? They hand the ball to Nick Chubb, and he runs the clock out, and we win the game. I mean, we've done that a couple weeks. So, like I said, everything, it's not, the offense doesn't run through Baker. The offense runs through Nick Chubb. So that's our identity.
And the other kid.
Yeah. But he's number 2.
But he's the best
Nick Chubb
in
is
the
the
world.
guy that. Yeah, but Nick Chubb is the guy that's getting you the first down to shut the game out, or running out of bounds at the 1-yard line to close out Houston. Those games that we would lose a year ago, we're winning because of Nick Chubb, and luckily he's healthy. So, I agree with you. And like I said, with Tua, there's a very parallel argument with Baker Mayfield and I heard some of your guys that you had on this morning saying, hey, with Baker, what he did in his rookie season, and he didn't even play the whole season. Remember, I think he came in like game 3 or 4, and he, was slinging it. But when you start getting tape on guys and getting film on guys, that's when the true test comes to see these guys get prepared for. Let's see if what they can do. So with Baker, we know what his capabilities are, as I do. So, and I think Stefanski knows that because he's a quarterback guru kind of guy. So I think, I want to say something about the defense. Jacksonville, they gave Green Bay all they could handle a few weeks ago. A couple weeks before that, they played, I forget who it was, but every team that Jacksonville's played, minus the Steelers, they've gave them a hard game. So it's the NFL. So these are professional teams. I don't get worked up in records when it comes to, hey, one team's only got one win per se, because anything can happen any given Sunday. So that's why I knew this was going to be a tough game today. And especially our defense was missing about 4 good players. So, like I said, you find a way to win the game, but in the end, if you can run the ball, you get the ball, you have the time, and then pretty much you just control everything. So I feel like that's what we did, and I think that's what we can do down the road. And Pete, I hate to bring this up, but with the Steelers, they got that COVID thing going on. With the Ravens, that game got canceled on Thanksgiving, and now it's going to be moved to Tuesday or whatever. But it's ironic that the Browns play the Steelers the last game of the season.
I hate to say this to you, Pete. That game ain't gonna mean nothing to you.
Well, I mean, the
You
Steelers
guys
might
will.
be undefeated.
You guys will be thinking about who you're matching up with in the first round.
That might be true, but I'm just saying, like, the Steelers
I
might
think the
still be
Browns are.
undefeated.
I don't think neither team will play hard. It wouldn't matter. I think Pittsburgh will play a lot harder. I think the Browns are going to rest up some guys and get ready for whoever they're going to match up with. The Browns.
What happens if they're still undefeated and Kansas City only has one loss? Do they have to play for that game to make sure?
That's
because
true.
Remember, the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right about that.
The playoffs
I
are
still
different
think
this
the
year.
Browns. I still think the Browns is meaningless for them because the Browns. You look at the rest of their schedule: Tennessee and Pittsburgh. But I don't think. I think Pittsburgh will play hard if they're undefeated. If Pittsburgh's not undefeated, they'll rest some guys. I think the Browns. I don't think I know. Now that they got Jacksonville out of the way.
Yeah.
The rest of the way, except for one game, and I don't think that game's gonna mean nothing. I think Baltimore is as good as dead, and I think Cleveland will put the death nail on them in 2 weeks. I do.
Well, it'll be interesting. I'll tell you this too: you got Tennessee and Cleveland next week. That could be another game that you see in the playoffs.
That's a hell of a game next week.
Yeah, but I think we
hell.
could, if it's one of those games, like a game of the year kind of game, it could be that same kind of game that we would have next year. You know what I mean? I'm saying as far as the playoffs, Tennessee's going to make the playoffs. They're going to win that division. So, we're going to be a wild card. And then obviously, Pittsburgh's probably going to be the number one overall seed, and you'll have
I think they will be
City,
too. I really believe Pittsburgh beats Baltimore on Tuesday night. They'll go undefeated.
Yeah. But like I said, they play Cleveland in the last game of the year. Are they going to sit their guys?
No, they're going to play. No, Pittsburgh's going to play hard. Cleveland's not, because Cleveland by that time will have a nice, cushy. Right now, if I had to rank the teams, Cleveland would be number 5.
That's fine with me.
So you're looking at right now a Cleveland rematch with Tennessee or Cleveland and Buffalo right now. That's what you're looking at.
I'll take Buffalo. We beat them last year.
Yeah, that's what you're looking at right now.
But the problem is I take Buffalo or I take those teams when we have a healthy defense. We got everybody, Myles Garrett and all those, because we didn't even have Myles Garrett today. We were able to come out with that win. Hey, like I said, these are all professional teams. They get paid a lot of money. Week to week, we've seen teams that are good get beat by teams that got 1 or 2 wins. So I don't get too worked up in wins and losses when it comes to this time of the season, because like I said, you never know. I mean, the Rams game today, did you see what happened there?
Yes, but the San Francisco 49ers are a good team when healthy.
I know that. But the Rams were, we were talking about the Rams. Okay, they're going to be, and winning that division maybe, because the Seahawks kind of fell off. They lost a few in a row, and the Cardinals, they're still kind of growing. But I feel like when you talk about the Dolphins,
1-game lead. The Seahawks will have a 1-game lead after they win tomorrow night in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I was going to say, when we talk about the Dolphins, like today, that was amazing this morning. You guys going back and forth. It was awesome, dude.
What happened this morning was
my balls off, like these guys are killing each other. But the reason I bring that up is because I'm sitting there as a Cleveland fan, and everything you're saying about the Dolphins, I felt about Cleveland for the last couple of years, and I think Cleveland fans have felt the same way. The same kind of franchise. Got the historic, back in the day. And we haven't done nothing in 20 years, but we got some things going. We got some draft picks. We're making strides and stuff. And you had a couple different guys call in saying, "Hey, I think let's not get our expectations too high. Let's know that, hey, we're growing and we're getting better, and that's all you can expect."
I'm going to tell you what's wrong in Dolphin Land, John. I'm going to tell you what's wrong in Dolphin Land. The problem is the quarterback who they put as the savior, the Messiah. Come on up, Havoc. The savior, the Messiah. Okay.
Yeah.
They are coming to the realization in Miami that he is a game manager and is killing their fan base.
Well, you know, you brought that up this morning, but the thing is what I heard was you had that one guy that one of the guys that I think it was Ian or somebody, and he was like, "Hey, they should have won after Herbert versus going after Tua," and I'm like,
That was
you
eye
know,
test.
yeah, but see, this is my thoughts on it. It's already happened. You got to move past that because Herbert's already in San Diego and Tua's there. So you can't sit there and play that game anymore, just like the Browns have played over the years with different draft picks. It's already
No, here's the
happened.
problem,
So you
John.
have
That's
to
not.
just
It's
you
not
can't sit
Herbert.
there and evaluate, oh, well, this quarterback's better. You know
The
what I mean?
kid don't. No, the kid doesn't suck. The problem is
Who?
he's not what they thought he would be. Like in other words, they've been sold a bill of
Well,
goods
just
and
like you
they're in
thought.
denial.
You
Yeah.
didn't think he was going to be that well,
No,
I
I
know,
told these
and I
guys
was
a
with
month.
you. I'm with you
I
on that.
told these guys a month ago. He's at best a game manager, and he can do that well with this type of team that the coach is
With
building.
the coach that he has, they can like you said, with the coach that he has, a Bill Belichick disciple, they
More
can
Bill
win. They
Parcells.
can win
More
a
more
Super
Bill
Bowl.
Parcells. Yeah,
I get
more
that.
Bill Parcells.
But you know what? The guy's not going to go out there and throw for 400 yards.
Exactly,
But
and
at
they're
the
in denial
same
about that.
time,
They're pissed off.
if he can run
Yeah.
the ball, play defense, and make plays down the field here and there, that's all that matters.
Yep, that's it. But they
The,
can't. They
hey,
don't want
the
that though.
Browns
They
are in
don't
the
want that.
same situation. They have to run the ball. Baker has to pick his spots and get them. And
Yeah,
then guess what? You have to rely on Myles Garrett and whenever they're healthy and all these guys on defense to make plays and see what happens. And
Yeah,
that's the
AJ
deal.
Brown is a beast, Heifel. He is a beast. And we don't have an AJ Brown, even though Parker looked great today. Pete, I'll let you say something in a second. That's the problem in Miami right now. Their fan base thought that this kid was going to be the next Dan Marino, and now they're
Dan
finding
Marino,
out.
come on,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, that seriously.
There's
What they,
one Dan. There's
that's
one
right.
Dan
And
Marino.
what they're
Come
finding
on.
out, and what they're finding out now is the best this kid can be is Alex Smith, and it's killing them.
You
It's
see,
killing them.
that's exactly. Did you hear him clear,
Dude, you
John?
killed it. You killed it.
Did you hear him clear?
Yeah, he said Alex Smith. That's
But
perfect.
but the thing is, Alex Smith was a number one overall pick.
Yeah.
You know, so if we're gonna be judging off of Alex Smith, who's taken his team to multiple divisional
Anyone
champions, emotional NFC
Yo,
championships,
Havoc, come on up.
and I
I'm gonna
believe the
drop the
season he
link.
got benched, they went to
he
the
just
Super
won a
Bowl.
game on Thursday.
Pete, did you hear
Guess
what I
what?
said earlier?
Alex Smith might beat the Pittsburgh. I'm telling you right now, that's my upset of the week. Washington.
Did you hear what I said a few minutes ago?
What was that?
The two announcers, Andrew Catalone and James Lofton. When there was a commercial break, instead of them going to the commercial, they stayed live at the game. And Andrew Catalone said, "Is this?" He said, "Is the Tua injury going to?" He said, "Is the Tua injury a problem?" And then he stopped and he said to James Lofton, "Let's just not beat around the bush. Is the reason that Ryan Fitzpatrick is playing now is to give them the best chance to win?" And James Lofton said, he asked him, "Would you play Ryan Fitzpatrick or Tua Tagovailoa the rest of the season?" James Lofton said, quote, "If you want to make the playoffs, you playing Ryan Fitzpatrick the rest of the season." And I put my fist in the air and said, yes, on live television. Those two announcers know that this injury is a fraud.
Tua's boiled eggs in Miami, bro. He's gonna be our backup for a while.
Yes.
And
You
I
can,
have no
again,
problem
one
with
more
that. But
time.
you see, the thing is, John Lynn, I want to go back to what you were saying earlier when you were trying to refer to eye test. And the thing is that what you don't seem to understand is this guy is the number one jersey selling quarterback. He was supposed to be the franchise turning quarterback. He's supposed to be coming in throwing 30, 40 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions, and having no offensive line excuse. Why? Why should I be feeling that way? Oh, this prospect is coming out. He releases the ball in half a second. He throws it to everybody. He
John be
doesn't really
back.
need.
John be back. He fell off.
Yeah,
I've
John
been
don't want to hear
telling you
the truth. That's
guys,
what it is. People that don't want to hear the truth, they run, bro. That's what it is, bro.
these guys are a bunch of clowns. I swear to God, the day TD invites me up there, I'm going to be killing all of them, bro. All of them. All of them. Okay?
But
Havoc,
you see,
welcome to the program, bro.
TD's already
Hey, thanks.
on record saying that he's concerned about Tua even
I,
before the draft.
yo, Havoc, what team you support, my
I'm a
friend?
Titans fan.
So how I wish John would pop back up because he's a Browns fan. How big? It's not as big to you guys next Sunday than it is for them. I'm gonna say something about your team, bro. I used to like them a lot when they had McNair. I rooted for them. I think your coach got them playing right now. Tennessee's clicking all cylinders.
Yeah, and I think our defense is going to get better once Adoree finally comes back. We haven't had our number one corner the entire season.
And he's
Roscoe, I will
slated to come
run
back next
toward
week,
to
right?
Dallas, bro. Yeah, continue, Havoc. I'm sorry.
Have a quick
But
question: Is Adoree Jackson slated to come back this next week against the Browns?
he might. Worst case is looking at week 13. I think he tried to come back too quickly from an injury, and they brought him back a little too quick off IR is probably what happened.
Hey, how did you find me?
I was just looking at Titans Colts reaction videos, and you popped up for the last hour. So,
Okay. Welcome to the family, my good man. I'll give you
but
a wrench. I'll give you a wrench before you leave. Continue. I got the Browns fan back up here. You two could talk about next Sunday's showdown.
I think Sunday is a really good matchup for us. Baker did horrible last time against the Titans, and normally the quarterbacks we've had trouble with recently have been ones who can pass very precisely outside the numbers and carve us up on like 5-7 yard passes and keep getting like first down conversions. Where Baker's just not that type of quarterback.
Baker
John?
throws dimes, bro. I disagree.
John, your response?
John will probably respond better, but I think Baker
Yeah, but
throws
Baker's.
intermediate passes really well.
Have you seen Baker make a lot of outside the throw numbers? Normally, when you make good outside the throw numbers, you're going through your second or third read.
He
Baker
actually
has
does
been
throw really
horrible at
good outside the
abandoning
throw.
after
That's
his
what I'm
first
telling
read.
you. Baker Mayfield is really good at throwing to outside the numbers, bro. Out routes, deep digs. Man, I
Man,
wish
John's
John was
having a
here.
problem getting in.
Listen to what I'm telling you, bro.
If it's not his first read, he's been very bad on his second and third reads.
Baker Mayfield is deadly off the play action, bro.
He's deadly off the play action. What I'm saying, off the first read. If you look at a lot of his tape, he normally doesn't complete a second or especially a third read.
I don't think Baker's all that, Pete. I don't know what you're looking at, bro.
He's
Because
not
if he
that
was
bad.
all of that,
You gotta
if he
read
was
on the
all of
field.
First of all,
let me say this.
Hold on.
If he was all of that, they wouldn't be running the football all the
Listen to what I'm
time.
telling you. For the last 4 weeks, and John will tell you, for the last 4 to 5 weeks, the Browns have played in bad weather games, bro. They have not been able to use Baker Mayfield deep passes. It's been rain, wind. It's been crazy, all their Browns games. They've been having to use dual running backs, and
Okay,
they've been limited
can I
without
say
Nick
something?
Chubb.
Yeah, John Lynn, go ahead, bro.
I'm going to say this, 2 things. Baker today, he didn't play very well. He threw 2 bad passes in the end zone, back-to-back plays. They could have scored a touchdown. They could have blown this team out, but you know how Jacksonville, they like to stick around. But I will give Baker credit on this. I've seen games this year where Baker's hit the guy in the numbers and the guys drop the ball. So it goes both ways when it comes to Baker. He'll hit you in the numbers, and then he'll make a bad pass. It's just a matter of what it is.
No.
So
The thing is, John, have you seen Baker? Because you watch every Brown games. Is he good at throwing to outside the numbers? Basically throwing a pass towards the sideline.
yes.
Thank you.
But is it his
Yes, he is very good because there's Landry loves those plays. Landry loves those possession plays going out
Didn't
of
he
bounds.
throw in the opening drive? Didn't he open up that drive today with a deep corner post to Landry, I believe, or was it?
Yes.
Yeah, but John,
but like I said, when we get down to the 5 or 6 yard line, you get inside the red zone there. that's where he tightens up.
Not
and
tonight,
that's
Dwayne. Don't, Dwayne. Not tonight, bro. No
What?
way in hell Tua will be more like Mahomes Vendofa next year, bro. Dwayne, listen to me, big boy. I never said he's like Dofa. I say he's Alex Smith. Okay,
And that's a compliment.
As long as this man is coaching this team, he's gonna be playing like Alex Smith. So get used to it. Because
The thing
like
is, I don't
said,
want you to try
you know what? I love this. I love this.
Alex Smith is too elite to that. You
I
gotta find
love
someone
this,
like
bro.
Chad Pennington, maybe Jay
So,
Felix.
Yo,
hey, can I
love
say
this.
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm just going to sum up the Browns season right now.
Yeah, you're making the playoffs. Don't worry
No,
about it.
no, I know, but here, you're talking about Mayfield. We shouldn't be talking about him. We should be talking about Nick Chubb. Hear me out really quick. The last series of the game, the Browns are up 27-25. They're up 2 points. It's third down. They run the ball. Chubb gets the first down. It gets called back for a holding penalty. So
Wayne,
guess
get up
what?
here, bro.
So it's third down and 12. Third and 12. Third and 12. What happens? Chubb catches the ball out of the backfield and gets the first down, and the game is over.
Yeah, I
So
saw that
my-
highlight.
So
Yes, I saw the highlight.
that's just my thoughts. It's like we got him the ball. He gets the first down. The game is over. 2 weeks ago against the Texans, he runs the ball down the sideline, walks out at the 1. The game is over. Just give the
game
ball
is
to
over.
him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
no,
but
no. I
It's
just
not
think
rocket
Cleveland-
science. This isn't not rocket
I
science.
just think Cleveland got the right formula to win big in this league now. They have it.
I hope.
yeah,
But
Oh,
but
I
the
know
thing
they
is-
do.
yeah,
Yeah,
the thing
yeah,
is-
they do. Don't worry about your Browns. They're going to
The
win
thing
11
is-
games at least.
The thing
I don't
is,
care how many
Baker Mayfield,
games they
when
win.
needed, he will.
I want to see.
You
He
better
will.
if you want to make the playoffs.
I want to see how. Yeah, that's what I mean though. We
You
could be a
better
team
care
that
how
goes
much
in.
wins they get.
yeah,
Be
but
like the
John, you have to
Texans.
admit Baker's bad at his second and third reads compared to other younger quarterbacks.
Let me ask you a question since you dogging Baker. You do know who this room is, right? Or you don't know it yet? Reason why I say this to you, no, I welcome you here, bro. But you better know one thing. I am no way a fan of your quarterback, bro.
Ryan Tannehill?
That's
Let
right.
me tell
Ryan
you, you know
Tannehill,
what?
a man who I saw for 7 years play in front of my eyes. Yes.
Yeah, because of Adam Gase. He ruins everybody. Everybody plays better when they leave Adam
You do
Gase.
know, bro, back up. You know he played his best years under Adam Gase, right?
Yeah, so basically that tells you he's a much better quarterback than people gave him credit for because he outperformed under Adam Gase.
How many playoff games did he play before last year in Miami?
He played.
Havoc.
I thought he played one or didn't play because he got hurt.
And who carried him to the playoffs that year? The backup quarterback. You
Brock
don't have to name
Osweiler or
him.
something?
No, it wasn't Brock. It was Matt Moore.
Matt Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but have you watched Tannehill play this year? I mean,
Young man. I know how well he's played since he got to Tennessee. Trust me, he's played well. All I'm saying to you is, come playoff time, good luck with that.
And the ball to Henry.
I mean, but no. One thing I like about Tannehill, since he's been in Tennessee, seriously, he has utilized the play action to perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been super accurate. He throws straight dimes with us.
And
There you go.
The first year he went to the playoffs, that same year, it was the reason why, because Jay Ajayi, and he was working off the play action phenomenal as well. Look, Havoc, I'm gonna be with you. Look, if I had an option, you guys wouldn't have Tannehill. In my opinion, if the Dolphins would have had Tannehill and they would have, still hit the reset button, and just like I believe the Bengals screwed up as well, letting Andy Dalton go, even though Joe Burrow would have clearly just passed him, but you still have him as a backup, teaching him as well. So Tannehill would have probably never been a Titans. I would have kept him. And
Yo, EM, the link is there. Come on up, bro.
I mean, I'm super happy
Did
that
you
we
see
got
Andy
him.
Dalton on Thursday?
You and every Titans fan, I already know that.
Yeah, I like
So,
that.
hey, that's going to be good, man. On Sunday, I didn't know you were a Titans fan, man. That game better be on CBS.
That's what. Yeah.
There better be your boy
That's
Romo.
the early game. Dante S, what's up, bro? I didn't even see you in here. What's up, Dante?
Because last
Welcome
year,
back, my brother.
the Browns opened the season against the Titans and got their ass stomped.
Well, I think both teams are different
Yeah,
now.
I remember that game. A lot of Browns fans were talking trash to me before that game. And that
Oh,
was a
definitely. Oh, dude. Henry ran all over him.
Have you
Also,
been to
Baker
the
threw like 4
Coliseum?
picks.
Hey, how many
They
times have you been to the Coliseum? 'Cause I still
they
call it the Philadelphia Coliseum.
I have been 5 times, and they've won every game I've been to.
Good, good. See, I like to welcome fans to other teams.
Yeah, it's funny with John being
that
a
that's
Browns
awesome.
fan.
That's
We
awesome.
both our teams utilize the play action, but I think one of the bigger differences is Tannehill's got a stronger arm, and he tends to hit his wide receivers more in stride, so they can get better yak yards.
Hey, you're right
Yeah.
about
That's
that.
true.
And the thing is,
And he's super active.
our secondary is garbage.
Yo,
Especially
Dwayne, get up in here, bro. Yeah,
especially
man.
with all the injuries with Denzel Ward. Now, if Myles Garrett's playing, then all bets are off, and we'll see what happens. But as far as I'm concerned, in every category, I give the slight edge to the rushing category to the Browns only because they have Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb versus just having Derrick Henry. But in every other category, I give it to Tennessee.
Yeah, and I think our defense hasn't played well; it's gotten better, but we like
The
to
only
play quarterbacks that have
I agree.
trouble
Hold on, I'm sorry,
going through
Abby.
their progressions.
I agree with John. Everything he just finished saying. The only thing is, you got to give that offensive line to the Browns as well. But receivers and everything.
Hey, well,
else.
here's the deal. You know that Mike Vrabel's going to put 9 in the box and make him throw the ball.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to hear a fun fact? Nick Chubb and Derrick Henry see the most stacked boxes in the NFL.
What's that?
Actually,
Nick
I know
Chubb
about that with Nick
and
Chubb.
Derrick Henry see the most stacked boxes in the entire
Yeah.
NFL.
I mean, I've seen it today with the Jaguars.
Did you guys see the stat about Derrick Henry's yards after contact? He would be third in the NFL in rushing even before this game, just off yards after contact.
Wow.
Let me see who Green Bay is at next week. Because they're the late game. I don't know who they're playing.
I think I think they're giving Tennessee 4.5 right now. If I look,
I'll just say this.
We're
that
playing
is
in
gonna be-
Nashville.
That's
So-
going to be a hell of a game next Sunday in Nashville.
Hey, John,
We'll
are
see.
you worried about Baker against the Titans defense just because
Okay,
the Titans have
here's
done
the
better
deal.
against quarterbacks that have trouble going to their second and third read, and Baker has tended to have trouble
Here's the
going to
deal.
the second and third read.
I'm gonna tell you how this game's gonna go right now. If Baker gets out there like he did about 3 weeks ago and throws pick sixes like he did to Pittsburgh, if you remember that game, the game's going to be over quick. But if Baker goes out there and dinks and dunks to Higgins, hits Landry, hits some of these other guys and keeps the ball moving, they can hand to Chubb, then they'll be in the game. But like I said, if Baker tries to go make big plays down the field, the game's going to be over quick because the defense is going to make
But John,
plays.
are you worried about Baker's progressions? Because he tends to only mainly hit on his first read, not his second or especially third read when he's surveying the field.
I get it. Yeah, I am worried. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Here's my deal. He's our quarterback, so there's nothing I can do about it. So we could have Tim Couch. You could have you can go through 25 quarterbacks in the last 12, 14 years with the Browns. So this is the first time I think we've had a consistent quarterback within 18 months, just like a year and a half. So
do you want them to pick
take what
up
I
his
have.
option?
What's that?
Do you want them to pick up his option? Because I think your team would be much better with a more physically talented quarterback with a stronger arm.
Well, it depends on the draft too. I mean, here's the other deal. It's a system that they have going on. So if you want to keep the system going and kind of grow on it, then you're going to keep them. I mean, Drew Brees style, or like you said, Alex Smith style guy, if he can get better. I think the ultimate question for me is this. If you can go out there and beat a team like Tennessee or Pittsburgh, that's when I know, okay, you guys got something going on. But until you do that, all bets are off at this point.
Yeah, because I've noticed you guys have had trouble with more physical matchups at the time, like when the Ravens were bigger and stuff.
Yeah, not just the Ravens. I mean, look at the Raiders. The Raiders freaking dominated us.
Yeah, I've noticed that teams that can punch you back, you guys tend to have issues with.
Yeah, and the thing is, when when Stefanski goes out there and tries to get fancy, like he did against Pittsburgh, you know what? That's when the linebackers that are much better for those kind of teams, they already know where the ball's going.
Also, I think it's troublesome getting fancy because I don't think Baker's there yet to get fancy enough with the offense.
Well, I'm saying fancy in the way that he would just throw down the field. You remember that pick six that J.J. Watt had, or not J.J. Watt, but I'm trying to think of the
T.J. Watt.
No, the linebacker, the guy, your guy, there, Mace, the guy that you got that the Dolphins traded to Pittsburgh. Who's the guy that you guys traded?
Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Minka. Remember he had the pick six like the first series against the Browns.
Oh yeah.
They were trying to throw the ball down in the field that first series, and then Minka and the game was over. Really, that's the thing with the Browns too. If you're in a losing atmosphere, you get down double digits within 5 minutes, dude. It's over. It's over mentally because this team's like, we can't come back. But you get down double digits like a team like, say, New England in the past, or or Kansas City, obviously in the Super Bowl. They are more willing to get back into the game.
Yeah. So Mace, you're a Dolphins fan, right?
Yeah.
So can we all admit that? I think maybe the Saints are the only team that stands a chance in the Super Bowl against even any of the top four coming out of the AFC. I just don't see a good matchup for the rest of the NFC.
I think the Seahawks can compete because they have a champion and quarterback. I think the Packers can compete, but
Not
the
with that
problem
run
with
defense.
the Packers' problem is they do dumb shit to lose games. They blow
They get
games
shredded
or
by
they
good
get
run
blown
teams.
out.
The Packers.
I'd be willing. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'd be
Yeah.
willing to put $2,000 that whoever wins the Super Bowl is going to come out of the AFC this year.
I will say this. In the beginning of when I started my program on Labor Day night, I said 13, 14 teams can win the Super Bowl. And I still believe that, except I don't see the Dolphins winning Super Bowl. I don't see the Browns winning it. Because I didn't see these two teams in contention. I could see Kansas City winning it. I could see the Bills winning it. I could see the Steelers winning it. I could see I could see Tennessee winning it. That's 5 from the AFC. And the NFC, I could see Seattle winning it. I can see the Packers winning it, and I can see the Saints winning it, and Tampa Bay because they got Brady. So 9 teams can win the Super Bowl. 9 teams, in my opinion, can win the Super Bowl. 9. And maybe the Rams, if the play calling is clicking and golf is clicking. So I'll throw them in. 10 teams can win it. 10.
Didn't they lose today?
The Rams?
Yeah, they lost to the 49ers.
Yeah, but see, to me, the 49ers healthy. They're getting their players back. They're the best team in football when they're healthy.
Okay.
That's how I look as good as the 49ers are, as Green Bay is going to get the ball first. 10 teams can win the Super Bowl. It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I feel like the AFC's been more dominant.
Yeah, put your money on the AFC, dude. And if anything, just put your money in. I hate to be like, it's common sense, but I put my money on Kansas City because they got the best quarterback, and they've already won a Super Bowl.
But Rodgers has won. Breeze has won. Wilson's won. Those guys are winners too. Golf has gotten there.
Actually, the funny thing is, you know who I would want as a Titans fan? I would want Kansas City to play the Colts first if they make the playoffs. There's something about that matchup that I think fares a little better for them to possibly knock them out early. I don't know why.
I want to play. If I'm a team like if I'm a team like Tennessee, I want to play the Chiefs. I'm gonna tell you why. Their defense is not all that.
It is worse than last year. They did step up late in the end of last year, though, which
because they had the momentum. The quarterback was on fire because he missed 5 games with
that Baltimore game. Oh my God!
All I say is we have to scout the Raiders games and use whatever trickery they've been using to help in our, at least on our.
The thing about Vrabel, Vrabel knows he's Belichick. He's as close as you're going to get to Belichick right now. Vrabel is going to have to win something like that.
I mean, his coaching last year in the playoffs was phenomenal, and even this year, like his time management is so much better than newer coaches. Like he purposely took a 12-man penalty in the Houston game to save time score. Like
that to me, that's the big key for Tennessee. They are well coached. Tennessee is well coached. Cleveland's well coached.
Everyone's figured out the Ravens.
Yeah. The quarterback's not that good. That's the problem with Baltimore.
No, it's not that he's not good.
He's not that good, bro.
He's one-dimensional.
He's worse than Baker on outside the numbers.
He ain't that good, bro. That's your problem with Baltimore. They're realizing now that kid is not that good. I will be shocked if they give him a second contract.
I mean, Dak Prescott has more outside the numbers passes.
You're laughing, John. John, let me tell you right now.
I'm laughing because he was the MVP.
Yeah. And Tennessee exposed him. How has he been since? John, answer that question. How he's been since he's been exposed?
Cleveland exposed him last year. The first 3 weeks of the season, we blew him out.
Yeah. So how can a kid like Lamar Jackson, who is getting worse and worse as the weeks go on, been exposed?
Oh, I know. I get it.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing about the Titans with the Ravens is that last year in that playoff game, our coordinator was Dean Pease, who was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens against Kaepernick in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
He knew how to play that offense.
That's right. That's absolutely
against the Super Bowl against Kaepernick and the Niners.
Yeah, and Greg Roman was the offensive coordinator for Kaepernick, like he is for Lamar now.
Yep. Tennessee is well.
Y'all gotta stop it. Y'all gotta stop it. Lamar Jackson is a special talent, and y'all know
Lamar Jackson's a scrub.
Wait, hold on. I know, Mace.
I love this. I love it.
All right, so
this
y'all
reminds me of this morning when I was in the shower listening to you guys go back and forth killing each other.
Let General talk, bro. Let General
slow down. Y'all know that these in these NFL games and these NFL teams, y'all know that quarterbacks have up and down seasons. Last season, what was your comments about Lamar Jackson? I bet you wasn't saying he's a scrub last season. You know why? Because he was winning and he was doing some things on the field that had not been done before. And of course, teams now have an opportunity to scout. They have an opportunity to they got film and they study and they know the stunts and the plays. And defenses get better. It takes team defenses a little bit of time, a year or a season, to catch up with certain quarterbacks. Y'all know this. So you can't say that, he's a scrub, because he's far from a fucking scrub. In my opinion, the guy is a starting quarterback in the NFL.
He's just got to adapt and get better because as far as a quarterback, because like these defense have to figure out his go-to plays, and now he's got to be able to get out of the shell and go and do something different. And the difference is getting the ball down 25 yards down the field.
And I will tell you why I say that. Let's go back and let's look at one of the quarterbacks in my mind that actually changed the game by the way he played.
Vick.
Mike Vick.
Yep.
When teams figured out Mike Vick, it made it hard for him to do some of the same things he was doing on the field. But then guess what? That next season, he came back and he was back to the same old Michael Vick because he figured it out. And then teams figured out what he was doing, and the defense, they looked good and made Mike Vick look not as extraordinary as he was. But because he was a stud athlete, a stud at that position, he was able to overcome those options.
You can only do that for so long, too.
Yeah, you can only do that for so long.
We're going to see next year about Lamar Jackson. We'll see next year. But a year ago at this time, you know what I said about Lamar?
What did you say?
I said somebody will figure him out because I saw him in the playoffs against the Chargers 2 years ago.
Mace, that's the easiest thing to say is they're going to figure him out. It was the same way with Cap. They figured him out. Read options. It was the same way. It's the
You know what happened to Kaepernick?
It was the same way. Listen, it was the same way with all quarterbacks. This is why teams go out.
It happens.
And
it's a cycle.
This is why teams go out and they make trades. They get better receivers, better defensive O linemen, better offensive tackles. This is why teams make the trades that they make in order to shore up certain positions. Come on now,
General, how come they
we
haven't
have to be fair.
General, how come they haven't figured out Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson,
Because they keep
and
putting
Aaron Rodgers?
Deshaun Watson, really?
Okay.
Come on.
24-5, fellas, nearly
All right,
3,000 yards.
Hold on,
already.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Why. Because they keep upgrading their offensive lines. This is why they haven't been able to figure those guys out.
Russell Wilson never had an offensive line, General.
Yeah, Seattle
What do
does
you
not
mean?
have.
He's been sacked. Only quarterback been sacked more in the last 8 years is Ryan Tannehill.
What about
Look it up.
Lamar's
Why-
biggest
why-
issue
why-
is
okay,
outside
so-
the
I
numbers.
ain't say Lamar Jackson. I
What
said
about
Russell
Brandon
Wilson.
Whedon?
Hold on. Let's look at his rise to fame. And you want to talk about your quarterback in Seattle? He had one of the most prolific running backs in the fucking game, which is why he was unable to be sacked all those times, because all he had to do was drop back and hand the goddamn ball off.
Mm-hmm.
I
Easy.
remember the NFC Championship game against the Niners. 4th and 7. Husker said, I can't make the kick. Russell Wilson on 4th and 7. 43 yards, touchdown, Jermaine Kearse. They win the Super Bowl that year. The year after, championship game against Green Bay in overtime. A game that was down late in the third quarter, 16-0 at home, I might add. 50-yard bomb to Jermaine Kearse.
Oh man, what
They
a
won the NFC.
sweet pass! What a sweet
Okay,
pass!
great. Those are all great passes. Let's talk about the second NFL championship game when his dumb
Jermaine
ass
Kearse made a
went
hell
to
of
the
a
line of
pass.
scrimmage, and he knew in his heart of hearts, he knew he should have handed the ball off. So what happened to the check play at the line of scrimmage?
He was a company man and threw the interception. Yes, he did. He did throw the interception to New England.
Yeah, he did. I know he did that. But stop with the company man shit.
He is a company man.
Stop, man. Just listen to me. At that level of the game, you were what? Second. You were second in inches goal line. When the timeout was called, I go and I tell, hey, okay, I get it. This is the play.
Tom Brady says, you know what? Let's QB sneak.
Well, hold on. We're gonna do a task. We're gonna do it exactly. We're gonna do a pass play. Right, Roger, coach, got you. I go to the line of scrimmage. I'm in the Super Bowl. I got one of the most prolific running backs in the game at that position. Hey, check play. God damn it, check. Coach, I know you told me to do. Roger, I'm handing this ball to the beast. We're Super Bowl champions. You can do whatever you want to do to me after the game. You can talk shit about me, but I'm going with what's going to win the game. No, you can't. Russell Wilson, he's a great quarterback, good position. But at the end of the day, when you're at that position, you call an Omaha. Second and goal line, Omaha.
Okay, General, I'm going to prove my point right now. But what did he do? He listened to Pete Carroll, did what Pete Carroll told him to do when the offense coordinator, pick Patriots, stole the Super Bowl. If he wasn't a company man, General, he would have changed the play himself, gave it to Marshawn, back-to-back champions.
There you go. That's my point. You just made my point for you.
Yeah, but you say he's not a company man. That's what company men do. They don't. They listen to their coach.
What great quarterbacks do. What great quarterbacks.
No, he would have quarterback sneak, and he would have won the Super Bowl.
Right. What great quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying. But he listened to his coach. That means he's a company man. Any smart quarterback would have changed the play and said, "Hell no, here, beast mode."
That's why I can't.
There you go.
That's why I can't put Russell Wilson in that category, because he's a fucking do as you told position player.
Yeah, but he's got game-winning drives. Lamar almost has no game-winning drives. They either win and
have
a lead.
Yeah, but
what
you
were you saying about
something?
Again, okay, let's go
He's
back.
got about 5-6 more years under his belt.
All right,
too.
so let's go back.
You're giving him too much credit, John. I'm telling you right now. Hold up, General. General, I'm gonna give you back to you. You're giving him too much credit. I'm telling you right now. Don't be surprised if they draft a quarterback in the second or third round. They draft next year. Do not be surprised. Go ahead, General.
I'm talking to Havoc. What was your thoughts on that young player last year.
My thoughts were is that they were a really good run team. I mean, he had tons of running yards, but when I actually looked at the film or just watched him play, I don't see him throw well outside the numbers or go through his reads. He's got issues with that. He's actually dead last right now in passing attempts and passing completion and yards outside
What was
the
their record
numbers.
last year? What
Dak
was their
Prescott
record?
has
14-2 and didn't go nowhere. They got
What
he's
was
the
their
first
record?
MVP.
Hold up,
Hold up, General. He was the first
Oh, my God.
MVP to get his award, and no one cared
Okay,
because he got knocked out early.
Right, I got it. And next season, it takes sometimes it takes 2-3 seasons for divisional teams to figure out certain players in their league, like the boy from Kansas City. Next year, when they have a down season at Kansas City, I don't want to hear nobody running their fucking mouth talking about how great that kid is at quarterback.
That's a
Injuries.
dynastic
It's
team,
injuries.
General. That's a dynastic team, General. If they win it this year, that's a dynasty in the making.
No, they won't win it this year. I don't see them winning it this year because there are too many other teams out there that's in competition to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Chiefs are getting their trophies now because there's a new dynasty on the horizon in Miami.
Man, stop with that Miami.
And you will
dynasty
see,
bullshit.
and you will see,
Come on.
and you will see that
you
show,
make me laugh.
and you will see that showdown 2 weeks from today, General, in Miami. Kansas City will be in Miami.
I hope you be live when we had a Kansas City Miami game. I hope you goddamn go live because I really want to be on your ass.
Oh yeah,
Because I
that's gonna
don't
be
see
good.
Miami beating Kansas City. I don't see it.
I'm picking the Chiefs to win the game, but there's a lot of Dolphin guys who come up here. They're picking
You might
Miami to win the
pick
game.
Miami to cover that game.
Guys already picking Miami to
Stop
win
it.
outright in
Stop
here.
it.
Not me.
Stop
What's
it.
the spread on
Stop
that
it.
game so far? About
Don't know
6?
yet. We'll find out
Stop
No,
it,
Jim,
I
man.
think
week
it's
from
about
tonight.
6 at least.
Stop it. You see, this is where I have this is the problem that I have when I hear people
That's
say,
fanism.
"Oh, I hear you say on one hand, Mace, they're a dynasty the next 3 years. They're gonna do this, but you won't even pick them when the competition stiffens up."
No, they're not ready yet.
No,
I'm
they
a
ain't no
realist.
what's their record?
They're gonna be. Let's just say they're
No,
8
what
and
are they
4.
right
They'll
now?
win. They'll win next week. They'll be 8 and 4.
Who they play
I
next
don't
week?
want to hear. I don't want to
Bengals.
hear. I don't want to
Oh,
hear it, Mace. I can't see. This is the difference. Like I said, Mace, I had to call you out, brother, and I'm sorry.
Call them out, dude.
sound like a fanboy right about now. Got to
General,
call you out, Mace.
I didn't say they'll start winning now.
I love
I
you.
said give them 2 years. They will be the next. In 2 years they'll be champions. 2 years.
Okay, all right.
No
Now,
name
General,
defense.
are you a Ravens fan?
Say again.
General, you a Ravens fan?
Fuck no, I'm a 49ers fan.
Oh, okay.
How about that,
That was
win
a big-
today?
That was a big win in LA today, General. The 49ers showed a lot
I'm a
of heart.
49ers fan. And you see
How
the
about that
problem?
pick 6?
You see what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is I'm
Jesus
gonna
Christ.
stay with my 49ers.
I thought it was Alden
Until-
Smith.
I'm going
See,
to stay with my
John,
49ers.
John's playing a joke right now, bro. I don't want to hear about Alden Smith up here.
No, I was saying the guy that
fucking
made the
idiot.
pick 6, he looked like freaking Alden Smith out there making plays, like back when he was playing. For
Alden
the
Smith's
Niners.
having a good year in Dallas, but Dallas is 3-8. They ain't going nowhere. I talk about winners up here. Tennessee's 8-3. Cleveland's
Well, you better
8-3.
stop talking about the damn 49. I mean, the damn Miami Dolphins.
Miami's going to be 8-4. Those are winners.
That should be your
Remember,
Super
the
Bowl
Niners were in the Super Bowl last year, right?
Injuries.
Yeah.
But when they're healthy, they're the best team in football. When they're
pick.
healthy.
Mace, I gotta call you
The
out.
49ers are the best team in football.
I gotta call you out, Mace.
Or
That's
win
fine,
healthy.
but I gotta call you out. If you're so high on the Dolphins, that should be your Super Bowl pick for this season. Period.
No, they're not. They're not ready yet, Jim. I'm a realist, bro. I'm not a clown. I'm a realist.
It doesn't matter how real you are. Well, then you gotta stop. You gotta stop boosting Miami. I'm a 49ers fan, and I'm just as much of a realist as you are. I'm just as much of a realist as you are. But at the end of the day, I know that the 49ers' chances of winning the Super Bowl is like having an ice cube in hell. I understand that. My only hope is that they'll get better.
Exactly.
Bears fumbled a touchdown in the end zone. The Packers gave back.
Your team, however, they have a legitimate chance. They're going to make the playoffs. They have a legitimate chance to make a run for a Super Bowl title. So
No,
if
they're
I'm
not
a
ready
fan,
yet, Coach. We don't have a
no, no,
running
no,
game.
no. If I'm a fan of the Miami Dolphins, then I go with them now because I'm a fan. See, that's what a true fan does.
I am a true fan.
I
I'm a
agree
realist
with you
fan,
on
though.
that because, like, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, hell, maybe the Browns can run themselves to a Super Bowl with fucking Kareem
Right.
Hunt and fucking Nick Chubb. I know that might not happen,
True fan.
but I'm not dependent on freaking Baker Mayfield to get us to the Super Bowl. But what I can
Whiteside,
depend on
what's up, bro?
is I can depend on Nick Chubb
Abdul,
and
come on up, officer.
and
Officer, come on
and
up.
Kareem Hunt, and then maybe
Anybody
Myles
come on up.
Garrett
Here's the
on
link.
defense to make some plays. I mean, hell, the Giants did it back in the '80s with Lawrence Taylor and Joe Morris and freaking Phil
You got it,
Simms.
Pete.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
fine, but my team ain't ready
Peppers.
yet. Now, next year they'll be ready. But I don't think they'll win
And guess what?
I
No,
don't think they'll
man,
win next year.
you don't
And
get to
Buffalo
continue.
will be another year ready too.
You don't get to continue to say that, Mace. Your team has a legitimate chance to make a Super Bowl run. They're
not going to do
ready
it.
or they're
It's
not.
general. They're not going to do it. I'm going to say it.
Okay,
we don't have a consistent running, but we will make
sorry.
the playoffs. This coach
Sorry,
is
brother.
a genius.
Sorry, brother.
We'll be fine in Miami.
I got faith
Coach.
in my Lakers to go back to back.
Coach,
I got faith in my
General.
Lakers to go back to back.
General, come
I
back
think-
to me 5 years from now, bro. How many trophies we'll have in the case added?
0.
There'll be 3 trophies added. That'll be 5 for the
0.
franchise.
Either it starts now or it doesn't start at all.
It doesn't start now. We're not ready yet.
I'll ask this question to you guys. Is anyone scared that Derrick Henry is going to be even better at the end of the season and the playoffs? Because he's trending better than he was last year.
I'll
This is
say
his
this.
run.
I'll say this.
Stay healthy,
Tennessee.
you can do anything.
I'll say this right now. Tennessee, Cleveland, Miami, they are on the rise. Period. All 3 of these teams are getting to the point of the pinnacle. So if I'm a team like Kansas City, I win now because those teams are coming.
Hey, can I make
Cleveland, you can argue, has the best defensive end in the entire sport.
Hey, can I
Myles
make a bold
Garrett.
prediction?
Go ahead.
Okay, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, "You're full of shit." I believe this. I think the Steelers. I don't think they'll go undefeated. I think they'll go like 14-2 or 15-1. But I think the Steelers are going to be vulnerable, especially when they get to that first round. I don't know. There's something about it. There's something about the Steelers. I know
They've had
a
an
solid
extremely
team.
easy schedule.
And
The
I'm just like,
whispers.
I could see them losing their first game in the
Whiteside,
playoffs.
what's
I
up,
really
buddy?
could say that.
I said this
I could really
before,
see that.
and I'll say it again. Whispers around the NFL is that if Tomlin goes undefeated, he'll be the first person in the history of the sport to win Coach of the Year and the most valuable player. And you know what? That makes a lot of sense to me.
A lot of
For
pressure.
that man to lose Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell a year ago.
Oh, he's a great coach. I've kind of went through the barrier. At one time, I was like, it's kind of a knucklehead. You remember he tried to trick
Antonio
the guy
Brown is a moron.
Yeah,
Antonio Brown is an exceptional talent, but he's just like Pac-Man Jones. He's a fucking moron.
Dude, he's got CTE ever since that hit in that Bengals game. He's not been the same since.
Oh, Pac-Man.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a
General. General.
Because remember, he kept playing with a helmet that didn't meet
he's the
regulation,
Odell-
and then they finally
listen,
forced him to
man.
change it.
Listen, man. Now, I'm not as schooled or as educated on the NFL as obviously you guys are. But I can look at players and I can look at teams and I follow the game enough to know. You're going to have players like Odell Beckham who will go down as one of the greatest receivers in the NFL. He will be a Hall of Famer for sure. He ain't going to win shit. He don't win a damn thing. And that's because of the nature of the game. These players in today's game are being pampered. They're being given second and third and fourth and fifth and eighth chances. This is why when you get a player like an Odell Beckham, when you get a player like an Adam Pac-Man Jones, when you get a player like the dumbass Brown kid, when you get a player like that, they don't have the heart. They don't have the understanding like, well, I fucked up. I've been given a second chance. I almost blew millions of dollars.
It's everybody
Let me get my
else's
shit
issue.
together. Yeah, let me give you an example. real quick. When Michael Irvin got caught up with the cocaine shit, right? Y'all remember that, right?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Jerry Jones and the team, Dallas Cowboys, they brought him in. They said, hey, man, you fucking up your legacy. Guess what he did? I'm going to put this shit down, man, at least until I get done playing the game. And they won a couple more championships. You see, that's what some of these guys need to do.
Well, I
Odell
think
Beckham is going to be one of those dudes who's going to be a great receiver. He's going to have all of the accolades by the time he's done playing the game if he doesn't fuck it up before and get put out of the NFL because he's been babyfied. Go ahead.
I get it. He's been coddled.
that makes me happy as a Titans fan because ever since we got John Robinson as our GM, we just, for the most part, we don't pick up any of those headaches. We just do not. We'll never go after them. We don't tolerate it. We want tough guys who want to play for the team.
He was
you want
okay.
that, you want that Bill
AB was okay.
Belichickian style team.
Yeah, but even Bill Belichick picked up Antonio. But I give him credit. First sign of trouble, he
think
cut him right
There was
away.
a lot of pressure from the owner and
But what
Tom Brady was there,
what are the New England Patriots doing right now?
They're 5-6.
What's the
They're
rec-
not going to catch. They're 5
They're
and 6.
hovering.
They're
They're
not.
hovering.
They're not
Yeah, but-
catching Miami or
But Bill
Buffalo.
said he sold out for a few more Super Bowls with Brady. He said it. He admitted it this season.
Yep, they're 5-6. And
They're going to be
the reason
great
why-
cap-wise next year.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's
Go
just
ahead,
like-
General.
And the reason why is because he understood losing Brady and winning the 6 Super Bowls up there in New England in the way that they did. He knew that they built that team for the moment and not for the future. And that's what's happening. And it's sad to say it. I'm not going to change the subject, but that's what I think my Lakers are doing. They're building a team for the moment and not for the future.
Hey, that's LeBron right there, brother. That's a moment. Everything's a moment with LeBron.
Back to the
man.
football. As I was saying,
But I agree.
General gets his Laker talk all the time.
It was just an example. I wasn't trying to change the subject.
But I know
don't
what
worry
you're
about
saying.
it, General.
And
I'm just playing with you, man. You know that, General. I'm just playing with you. You know that,
I know,
bro.
bro. But that's the problem with the Cowboys. That's what they did. They bogged all their money down for the time being, trying to win Super Bowls, and they couldn't get the job done. So they want to blame everybody. Oh, it's the head coach's fault. Oh, it's the players' fault. Oh, it's the owner's fault. Oh, it's the stadium playing in the dome. Oh, it's that. Oh, it's
Exactly.
this. Oh, it's the other. No, you sold out.
Ever
This is why
look in
you
the mirror.
can't get any fucking decent draft picks. Yeah.
They
You know
drafted
what?
well, General. Their problem is with Dallas is that
Their problem with Dallas is the head coach want to run every goddamn thing to include
You mean the owner?
plays that's called on the field. That's
Yeah,
the
the owner.
problem.
Yeah, back in the day.
You hire a player, you hire a person to run your team. You got a general manager, you have a player personnel director, you have a head coach. You let those guys do their job. You stop getting on the red phone, calling down to the sideline, telling the coach what to do. Jerry Jones' fault. And I'm not a Cowboys fan.
yeah. And when I look,
How about them
my
Cowboys?
my Dolphin guys ain't up here tonight. I thought they'll be up here in droves to talk about, but they don't want to hear the truth about their game manager. Get back to the point of hand, General. My boys are ready to make the playoffs. They're not ready to win big yet. But they will beginning next year. And you better believe, General, next summer.
They may fall off next year because
They
everything
won't, General. They will not fall off. I promise you that.
I got you. You know, the only way that they don't is they have to look at and they have to go over what they've done this year. Then they have to look at the personnel that they have on their team and have to show up certain positions to get better. Much like, again, the Lakers did. Sorry, that's my example.
General, I'm promising you. I'm promising everyone.
You know who else did it? Kansas City did it.
That's
They,
right.
they went out and they added a couple of pieces to make sure that they were able to defend their championship.
And they're defending it well at 9-1 right and 10-1 right now.
You damn Skippy. I'll tell
And
you.
they'll
another
be
thing that-
11-1 when they get to South Florida
What,
2 weeks from today.
What's Pittsburgh? What's Pittsburgh record right now?
Pittsburgh's 10-0.
Damn
If they
right.
win 2
You know what Pittsburgh did? Pittsburgh went out there and they went and got some players to show up where their shortcomings were.
And you know what Miami did, General?
Nothing.
They spent $250 million on free agents, and guess what? 246 million of that has paid off, and that's why they're winning now, General. They have a good defense right now. They'll have a championship defense a year from now.
So you cannot say that they are not ready. You can't.
They're not ready to win the big one yet, General. That's the bottom line. They're not ready to win the big one, but the dynasty is coming.
The
dynasty is coming.
$256 million. How are they not ready?
Because they're a young football team. They got to learn how to win. This is the youngest team in the league. They got to learn how to win. And they're doing it.
Okay, all right. So we're going to let them learn how to win. While we're going to let them learn how to win while other teams are getting better consistently.
Yes. And you'll see that 2 weeks against Kansas City. 2 weeks from now.
We'll see how that's going. Like I said, I hope you're live. Because I'm going to be here for that Kansas City Miami game. And I'm going to laugh at you.
I'm picking them to lose that game, bro.
Hey, were you here this morning, General? Hey, General, were you here this morning or not?
No, I wasn't. What happened?
Oh, man, you missed out on this morning, dude. It was like straight up crazy on here. About 11 o'clock, it got really heated. All right?
What happened?
A lot of the Dolphin fans are angry. Yeah. I told the truth about Tua Tagovailoa. They're angry right now. I told the truth. He's a game manager. Sorry.
These guys, I thought it was a Tyson freaking fight from the night before.
Yeah, guys were upset because the truth hurts.
What, that Tua's not a franchise quarterback?
Exactly. He's a game manager.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That was the whole point.
Yeah,
because
but they can't deal with that, though.
You don't have to.
They can't deal with that, though.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about the fans. The fans, yeah.
Yeah, they can't deal with the reality.
Oh.
They are some of the most ignorant fans.
I mean, beyond Herbert on your team, and your team's a lot better.
Me and you
fun to watch
team
them.
quarterback, and we're a lot better.
I don't even. It wasn't even fun to watch the Browns for a long time. I mean, it was depressing. So it's like now it's fun to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. You're winning.
It's not just about winning. It's about competing, like being in a game. Before the Browns the game would be over in the first half. It's over. Like
I'm gonna say it right now.
Go do something else. Go spend time with your family.
I'm gonna say it right now. Chiefs 34, Dolphins 21. 2 weeks from now. Chiefs 34, Dolphins 31. I mean 21. Chiefs 34, Dolphins 21.
These are rookies played in 3 or 4 games.
You're not showing a lot of confidence. You're not showing a lot of confidence in your mind.
I know, man.
General, hold up. General, what do you want me to do? General, what do you want me to do? Be an ass and go that they'll go throw them, that Mahomes can't throw in their defense?
He's like, Dolphins 200, Chiefs.
You just said that they got the best. You just said that they got the best defense in the fucking league right now. Even though
I
they're
didn't say
young.
that. I said, Beasley, come back, bro.
What did you say about the Miami defense?
I said their defense. I said their defense is good, but a year from now they'll be Super Bowl level.
I tell you what, and I'm not a Miami Dolphins fan, but I'm gonna pick the Dolphins over the Chiefs.
Don't do that, General.
No, I'm gonna pick the Dolphins over the Chiefs. I'm gonna take the opposite side just to prove a point to you. You see, because unlike you guys, if I'm a fan, my team is my team. 49ers ain't doing shit right now. We got a lot of injuries, we got a lot of bullshit going on. But I'm when next season start and the records are 0 wins and 0 losses, guess who I'm riding with for the Super Bowl?
San Francisco. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Damn right. Just like this
with
season
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yep. I'm riding with my 49ers.
I'm laughing.
Well, you know what? The one thing I like about the Niners is Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa. He's just one of those guys. When he's healthy, he can change a game.
Green Bay's about to score another touchdown. Let me say this, and I'm being honest now. You can see it right in front of our eyes. Who's going to be good the next couple of years? Cleveland got the right formula. They're going to be good the next couple of years. Miami's going to be good the next couple of years. Tennessee right now is good. Those are facts. I hate to disappoint you. And let me tell you guys right now, the week of that game, which will start on my birthday, a week from Tuesday, It's gonna be America's hype machine, General. Get used to it. It's gonna be, can that young Dolphins defense neutralize Mahomes? It's gonna be all over the place.
And
Jim
they
Nance,
can't. And they
Jim
can't.
Nance,
That
Tony
guy.
Romo, Tracy Wilson already said they'll
All
be in
right.
Miami.
I don't care what they say because that guy Mahomes is gonna run and pass all over their ass.
Don't let
He's gonna make
Miami
them
win
look.
that game,
He's
Coach,
gonna
because if
make.
they do,
I'm picking Miami. I'm picking Miami.
if they
But I'm
win
telling
that
you the
game,
truth.
boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, the hype machine
If they
about
win
their
that game, you
defense
have
will
to
go through
change.
the
If
roof.
they win that game, you have to change your outlook, and then you have to say that they're legitimate contenders for the fucking Super Bowl.
For the
Period.
World Championship, I won't do it.
Period. Well, see, that's because you don't have enough faith in your team. There's no reason for you to talk about them.
No, it's not I don't have faith in them. They're just too young right now, but they are growing
You
every
make
week.
that's an excuse. That's an excuse. I'm not making excuses for my Lakers. I expect another championship to go to LA. Period. Nothing less.
My Super Bowl run begins
When
in
they didn't make the
2022.
playoffs, when LeBron got hurt and they didn't make the playoffs, I expected them to go all the way, even with the young cast of players that they had. You know
By
why?
tw-
Because I am
yeah.
a Lakers fan. I am not a by position or defensive fan, or I'm a Lakers fan. So I don't expect anything else when the start of the season starts. I expect the Lakers to be right
Well,
there
you know
in the
what
Western
team of
Conference
mine?
Finals
You know what
and in
team of
the
mine?
NBA Finals.
You know what team of mine I expect of that? My teams is the Blazers this year.
No,
Nothing
we're
less than
gonna
a
go back to
championship.
football. I don't want to switch up.
Nothing less than a
Oh, we can't
championship
talk
to me.
basketball on this channel.
Nothing
No,
less than a championship for me in Portland this year is a disappointment.
Right, but it ain't gonna happen. Now we're going back to football.
We're going to Brooklyn.
When next season starts,
I'm gonna take Brooklyn.
You can take Brooklyn. I can see Brooklyn winning the title this
Hold
year.
your breath. Hold your breath. Brooklyn ain't gonna win shit, even with James Harden.
Big
Oh, I
time,
know.
get
I'm
up here,
just
bro.
joking.
Let me talk about my soon-to-be dynasty in Miami, my good friend Ites.
You
Buddy,
can't
did you
even go with them this year, man. Stop with the dynasty shit. You won't even
Yeah.
go
by
with them
by
against Kansas City.
Huh?
2026 we'll have 3 Super Bowl trophies in Davie, Florida. Hello, buddy. How are you,
Okay,
Ites?
you're watching me for one game, and I'm getting off. Okay.
Ites, how are you, bro?
You
It was good, bro.
on what's up, I said you on
What
some bullshit,
squads?
man. You gotta go with your team.
There will be world champions in 2022. There'll be world champions in 2023.
In 2022, stop it.
And there'll be world champions in 2025.
2022.
Yeah, but you don't have a
You may not be
quarterback.
around in 2022. What are you talking about?
Right, Ites? Right,
Man,
Ites?
I take it game by game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, man. You let me hang out here, bro?
Yeah, that you've been on the limb with all that, yo. You know how I feel, yo.
Great
Even
win for your
today.
49ers today, bro. I know you love that.
Yeah, that shit was gangster. Like, I expected the Dolphins to win, but that 49er fucking game, that shit was gangster.
Wow.
Niners can make a run at the last spot. I'm telling you guys, they can win their last 5 games, bro.
You could have 3 teams from that division in the playoffs.
Arizona's beginning to fade.
Hey.
You
All you got is
Seattle
Tyler.
and the Rams.
Yeah, but the book, I mean, not the book is out on fucking Russell, but I mean, he can't do that for the rest of the season. It's already waning on him. The pressure of the entire team on the offense, and really it's on him. He has to make it work.
You got the tiebreakers against the Rams, my friend. Just win out, you'll beat them out, bro.
Man,
You'll get in.
I'm confident because right now the pressure's on Arizona, and right now because
On the Rams too.
Yeah, but I expect them to fall apart. But because they don't have a quarterback.
champion?
I told
see
me
your
to watch
son,
me
John.
for one game, and then I go to bed.
I see your boy, John.
Rams ain't got no fucking quarterback, bro. Jared Goff is not a quarterback. Now Russell and Kyler, those are quarterbacks. So those
That's
are
right,
the teams
baby.
I'm watching.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. To me, he's always number one. You know that he's the best in the business. You know.
I'm worried about Kyler's
Fuck him.
health.
I want him to get
hurt.
Yes. I want them to get hurt. Hurt them motherfuckers. Hurt them.
That's why I love my little brother. Hey, what's up, John? What's your son's name, man?
Jackson. He's just sitting here.
What's up, Jackson?
He's just
Yeah, good daddy.
listening to you guys talk shit.
Is he a Brown fan like you too?
Oh yeah, we got the Browns for Fortnite. Oh yeah, he's a Buckeyes.
Yeah, I
fan.
saw it over your kitchen cabinet about Cleveland, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't mess around, dude.
Hey, Havoc,
Right
go ahead. Talk about your Titans, buddy. Go ahead, Havoc.
Go ahead,
Talk
sorry.
about your
I'm
Titans.
feeling good. I'm actually the game I'm looking forward to the most is going to be the Packers right before the end of the year in Lambeau. That horrible run defense I think is going to fold against Derrick Henry. I want it to be a cold.
It's going to be cold in Lambeau. You know that.
Yeah,
It's
and I
gonna
want
be
to more
cold
bounce
in
off
Green
Derrick
Bay.
Henry.
That's going to be the night before that night after Christmas, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the doubleheader. The early game is Green Bay, and they're going to show 3 games that day. The Titans is first. They're playing someone good. The second game is your game, and then the late game will be Miami at Vegas. So that's going to be good for the league.
Damn, Vegas got blown out today, dog. What the
This is
Dude,
why
they
you
were
can't
missing
get too
people.
excited about the Raiders. That was a pathetic way to lose.
Weren't they missing a ton of people because of COVID? Like their whole offensive line almost?
But damn, the 49ers been missing everybody all
And they're
year.
winning, baby. Frisco's going to make a last run for that last wild
Yeah,
card.
but I think they lost 4 starters on their line due to COVID.
Yeah, well, there's no excuses. You go out there and play. Denver had no quarterback today. They got some guy off the street yesterday to play quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
General, are you there, General? General,
Yeah, I'm here.
like your Lakers, it's going to be the Dolphins, baby. Going to be back on top in the
No,
NFL.
you
The
can't-
dominance
don't
will
even-
be
don't-
back. The
I'm not even gonna
mystique
let
is
you put
back,
the
General.
Dolphins up there.
Wait, you don't
The
have a franchise
mystique
quarterback.
is
How are you
back
gonna be
in
a backup?
Miami.
Look,
The
man.
mystique is back.
How long has it been?
All right,
since
relax.
How long has it been since Miami won a Super Bowl?
General,
47 years, and I saw both of them.
All right,
I was
relax.
47 years.
Don't start shitting on my team, dog. Just chill. Yeah. I understand the Lakers.
What do you
Don't listen
mean?
to me.
What do
Don't
you
listen
mean?
to
You
me.
gotta, no, you got to take the heat. Listen.
Nah, bro.
Listen,
Hey,
that's
I'm
my
gonna eat
arg-
your
that's
ass.
my-
too. Ain't-
okay.
Don't you like the Texans? You like the
No.
Texans, right?
No, he's
No,
a
I don't.
49er fan like
I'm a
you.
49er
He's a
fan,
49er fan.
period.
He loves
All
the
right.
Niners.
Oh, I can't get you down. All right, cool. Go ahead.
Now,
When you're looking at
My whole
greatness,
point-
General, it's
my
coming in
whole
Miami.
point is no, that's
Oh,
not
yes,
greatness.
yes.
That's
You
not
look at
greatness.
greatness
That's
otherwise,
not
baby.
greatness. Okay.
I'll give you play-by-play, Shirley. Don't worry. I'll give you. It's a nice night in Green Bay. It's 60 degrees.
Okay.
Mace,
Well,
who are you guys going to draft? Because you can't be a dynasty without a franchise quarterback for the most part, and you don't have one.
I'm going to say this again for you to hear, my friend. I know you're from Nashville. Listen good. The quarterback is fine. We just don't have the weapons for him yet. We will get it. And when we do, we will make our run to glory.
You spent $256 million.
And the defense is coming through, General. I hate to tell you this. Even ITEST will say it. It was $250 million well spent.
Mace, you've been around the game just like I have. We're in the same age bracket. You know that when a team spends money lopsidedly, they typically don't fare out well.
It's faring out in Miami. I don't know what you missing.
Dallas. Well, why don't you pick them for the Super? Why don't you pick them to win the Super Bowl this year?
Because they're not ready yet. Am I right about that, ITEST? Be honest, brother. Are we ready for Super Bowl yet?
Bro, you know how I feel. I go game.
How are you
I
not
go
ready for
game.
Super Bowl?
12-3. We're 7-4.
Bro, we got a journeyman quarterback right now, and a quarterback that's been coddled his whole damn career.
It
bro.
doesn't matter. You what place are you
I'm making.
in? What place?
I'm making your point.
What place are you? What place?
I'm making your point. You're right.
I know.
You're right.
know, but what I need you to do is this is what I'm trying. I understand what you're saying. What place are you in the NFL? The entire 32 team NFL right now. You guys got the what? The 4th or 5th best record, or 3rd possibly. The 3rd or 4th best record.
We were ranked 5th in the power rankings. We're 5th in the power rankings.
All right. So what do you rank overall win-loss columns?
Let me see. Chiefs, Steelers, Saints, Dolphins.
There you go.
5th.
You're number 4.
No, we're 6.
Saints,
We're 6.
Steelers.
Tennessee's 8-3. Tennessee's a solid 8-3.
Wait a minute. How are y'all 12-4 and Tennessee's 8-3?
I ain't say we were 12-4, Junior. You said that. We're 7-4.
What's their record? Okay, 7-4. Oh well. All right, that's a no.
What are you talking
Okay.
about?
See, you beginning to see what I've been saying, General. We're not there yet. We just want to make the playoffs, win a game, and be competitive in the second week of the playoffs. That's all we want in Miami right now. We're not greedy. But here's the problem. You have people, Dolphin fans, my man Pete is one of them, General, that he keeps saying we're a Super Bowl champion right now, which is fucking ridiculous. Shirley Trubisky just threw an interception in your end zone, baby. I'm sorry about that. We are not ready yet, but a year from now, beginning in June, in this same platform, it's going to change. I'm going to start talking dynasty every day in Miami, and it's going to happen.
Well, you guys are set up to play you're slotted to play the Titans right now in the playoffs.
That will be a war. And that's going to be a problem because I don't know if we can stop that beast in Tennessee. I know one damn thing, though. We're going to stop that quarterback. Because I'm going to say it right now. The two receivers you got, they're not going to get shit against our DBs. We got the best DB combo in the planet.
And they come up and tackle.
Did you see A.J. Brown? He only needs a 10-yard pass to take it 6 yards to the house.
Then we'll get back in here, bro.
You're not fucking with X, bro. Stop that. You're not fucking with X and Byron Jones.
No.
Come on.
A year from now, man, not even a year from now, 7 months from now, when it's mini camp and OTAs, I'll start preaching the dynasty in Miami. The mystique is back. I'm sorry to disappoint you people, but mystique is back in Miami.
I'll be the realist. I'll be the realist.
Miami can beat the Titans in Nashville in the playoffs?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't
No.
think so. I'm being real.
I'm
General,
saying no.
Your signal, your Wi-Fi is having a problem, General. I'm getting you in here, my brother.
But
no. What's going on is Mace is over here delusional. I'm the one to bring you back.
I'm not delusional.
What happens is you got to go game by game. Like even today, I'm not impressed you beat the Jets. So
I don't care. It's a win. It's a win. We won comfortable today. That's all I care.
I get it, but if the team really did arrive, like you said, we would have beat the Broncos last week.
No.
Yeah,
I didn't say we arrived.
Exactly,
I said we haven't arrived yet. I said our
get
defense
it,
got to get better. Our defense, you got to get better.
But you're preaching dynasty. It got to be baby steps, and the most important part is that quarterback. You keep wanting to brush that under the rug. No, that's the biggest problem we have is that quarterback position right now.
I'm gonna say it again, my brother. And you know I look at you as a little brother, bro. Seriously, we're gonna give him the weapons he needs to succeed. He's a game manager, but he's gonna be a damn good game manager. Again, he's Alex Smith with better accuracy.
You'd be better off with Tannehill if you still had him right now.
But he can't stay. Bro, he can't even stay on the field. It's only been 4 games and his thumb is hurt.
No, man, we're not talking about Tannehill there. We know that. We just have to build him an offensive line, give him a back. That's what Tua needs. What Tannehill got, what Mayfield got, that's what Tannehill needs. We'll give him the running backs. So next year we can move forward and go 13-3 next year and start the dynasty run.
I just don't know if Tua can physically hold up, even with a good line. He takes
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's too little, and then he's brittle, bro.
I'm laughing at big time.
His thumb hurts.
I'm sorry, but it's the facts. The mystique is back. We have the coaching now. The mystique is back. And
bro, what are you gonna say? Isn't what's the name part of your channel? What's the name? The Chicago Bear fan?
Yeah, Shirley. Yeah.
Yo, when the playoffs was here, Jay Cutler sat on the fucking bike because his thumb was hurt. No, you don't want that as a quarterback, bro. Stop that shit.
All right, Tess, did you hear in the fourth quarter when the announcers were talking about Tua? Did you hear what he said?
I watched the games with the.
I'm going to tell you what he said.
I listen to music when I watch the game.
All right, this is what happened. This was the exchange during a timeout, live. So the injury for Tua Tagovailoa, here he is on the bench. Then the announcer said, let's be serious. He said the reason why this young man was pulled, James Lofton, was because which quarterback gives them the best chance for them to make the playoffs? James Lofton said, Coach Flores did the right thing. Fitzpatrick gives them the best chance to make the playoffs and to win. Period. Bingo.
All right.
Proves
So
my
if
theory.
that- if
Proves
that's
my
the-
theory.
So how are you sitting here talking about a dynasty if you have no quarterback? Because
No, bro.
Wait.
Again,
Based on what
my
you just
brother.
said,
He's
what
gonna
you
be
just-
Tua's gonna be fine, but he's not gonna be the guy you guys was lied to about. Nowhere near. Flores knows that.
Bro, if this fucking number 5 pick can't beat out Ryan Fitzpatrick and be the best chance that we have at making the playoffs, we don't need him.
I'm gonna say it again.
That's
You remember the
all we need.
Arizona game? That's the best he can be. That Arizona game is the best he's ever gonna be.
And here's my thing with that. I'm hoping that he could build on that game. I'm thinking, okay, there's more to come with that. So if you're telling me that's the most we could get out of him for a career, I don't want that, man. Get rid of that.
I can't believe you guys had a chance to draft Herbert.
Stop fucking retarded, bro. I don't get who the fuck make these decisions. Who gets paid the millions of dollars to make those decisions? And I can make it from a couch.
You drafted the injury-prone guy over the 6'6" cannon for an arm.
Fucking prototype. That tells you that's an organization that knows what the fuck they doing. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That nigga was drafted to fucking ticket sales and to recoup for that fucking stadium that he built down here that
All
the
right.
state didn't help.
Here you
him
go,
build.
bro. Here you
I
go.
mean, what the fuck?
Here's your answer. I don't think they'll do it, but if this happens with our Texans pick, if they take Trey Lance with that pick, there you go.
Did the Texans win today?
They won on Thursday.
Damn it.
Yep.
Man, we need a fucking quarterback, bro. With
Trey
or
Lance
without,
is nice, bro.
like, I don't care what anybody talking about. Even if Tua was balling, I'll say draft a quarterback because what? His thumb is hurt. That's why, bro. That's why I would draft a fucking quarterback. Even if he was fucking balling, his thumb is hurting.
Dude, wasn't there another – I forget who it was, but wasn't there a quarterback last week playing with torn ligaments in his thumb?
Bro, a thumb
It sure
hurting
wasn't Tua because the thumb injury happened on yesterday at practice.
God, I watched Patrick Mahomes last year during his Super Bowl run. Didn't he have an ACL sprain or something?
He dislocated his kneecap and was out for a few games. Like 3 or 4 games.
What the fuck is you talking about? You got a quarterback talking about his thumb compared to that.
Yo, get back up here, bro.
That's who you want to duel with Patrick Mahomes?
I'll let you talk your Lakers tonight, Jero. Get up here. I'll let you talk about your Los Angeles Lakers. Don't worry, I got you, Jero. Come back up, bro. Talk Lakers up here.
Personally, I think there's 3 quarterbacks that aren't going to last long just because I don't think they're going to physically hold up. And that's probably 2 out of the young quarterbacks. It's Tua, Baker, and Lamar. I mean, Lamar's not even 190 pounds, I don't think, is he?
No.
Like, I just don't see them holding up, like, hits long term and everything.
The funny thing with Lamar, he got a fucking cannon for an arm. But
yeah, but he can't pass outside the numbers.
You're right. But right now, you right. He's like a Ferrari. And, you know, he's just zipping in and out the lanes.
That's right.
He get into that one car crash, it might be over for that, bro.
Green Bay's about to put this game away. I'm sorry about this, Shirley, but they're about to put this game away.
Remember, RG3, we used to think about him the same way people thought about Lamar last year. And that all took was one major injury to that knee, and it was all she wrote.
Nah, you're right. I thought you was a Brown fan.
No, he's a Titans fan.
I'm a Titans fan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not sorry. Y'all could take Tannehill. You know y'all not going to win with him. This is coming from a Dolphins fan.
Dude, have you seen his
Roscoe, what's up, buddy?
23 touchdowns.
Oh, my God.
Big time. Why don't you come up and enjoy the celebration of your boy as a game manager at best? Come on up.
Let me tell you what you're going through right now. You're in Tannehill denial. He did it to us, too. So right now, you think you have a good quarterback. But when it's crunch time and Henry is getting bottled up, watch what Tannehill does. He's going to take a bad
happened in the championship game last year.
Wait, he had that one bad game, but he actually leads the league, and he's like tied in the league for fourth quarter comeback.
Just wait. Just remember this conversation. You're going to be like, damn, that motherfucker did something. Just remember. Watch.
Yeah, but you have to admit that Tannehill went through a horrible organization. Your organization was horrible at the time.
Horrible. Yeah, it's horrible, but he's shown who he is to me within that organization because a
They
good
made the
quarterback.
playoffs without him. That's the bottom line.
Come on, bro. And then when he came back, he was doing dumb shit, dog, when he was under pressure. Right now, he has a security blanket, which is Derrick Henry. But as soon as somebody figure out, and that's what happens in the playoffs, all the fucking glitz and glamour goes out the window. They buckle down and they say, okay, what do these motherfuckers like to do? The Titans, Derrick Henry. Stop Derrick Henry. Make Tannehill beat us. I doubt he'll fucking hold up for 4 quarters in a playoff game.
I'm going to say it right now. He didn't in Kansas City last year in championship game. I'm just going to broadcast this for everybody to know. And I'm dead serious. Tennessee is damn good. They got a great coach. They play football the right way. They punch you in the mouth. It's a shame that Lawan is gone because he was the best left tackle in football, in my opinion, healthy. They're a nasty. They had a once nasty offensive line with Lawan and the guy who went to Cleveland as a free agent this past year. I think the Titans, if I had to do one thing if I'm Tennessee moving forward, I will get me that edge pass rusher. Like the Clowney they got right now. Tennessee is good, man. They're going to be here for a while. They really are. But let's get to the true story. The mystique is back in Miami. You're going to see it 2 weeks from today when the Chiefs come to town. This team is on the verge of dynastic things.
What was the score today?
23-3. They won very comfortable. Didn't break a sweat.
To a Jets.
You know what's funny? Every Miami game except Arizona, their victories, they did not break a sweat. Isn't that kind of good? We haven't seen a Dolphin team do that since the glory days 50 years ago, and I was there to see that.
But the games that they lost, what happened?
I can explain that. First 2 games, they still had the malaise of what happened with them last year.
No, say it. They beat 2 competitive teams beat them, which was the Patriots and the Bills. So keep going. Go ahead.
They lost to Denver. Denver was just better on defense.
Right after
for 3 quarters. Once we caused that fumble, that proved to people, and I've been saying that they're gonna have a championship defense a year from now. But my brother, Havoc, you're in this too. Tennessee's a championship contender for the next few years. So is the Browns. People are gonna be like, huh? They are with the Dolphins.
How did you guys lose to the Seahawks with how horrible their defense has been?
They was Green Bay just put this game away. Touchdown Rodgers to what's the kid's name? What's this kid number 13? A beautiful throw from Rodgers. Green Bay's blown them out. We lost to Seattle for 2 reasons. Number one, they were scared. They were scared to lose, and that's the truth. They should have put points on the board, and they didn't do it against that horrible defense. But one thing about Seattle, I will admit this too. Their defense showed up against the division teams. Even though they lost in L.A. 2 weeks ago to the Rams, that defense showed up and held the Rams to only 23 points.
Rams are trash, bro.
Arizona, they showed up. The Niners, they showed up.
Yeah.
Against everybody else, they've been doodle.
I have to ask, out of all the games left, because it is just percentage-wise very likely to happen, where do you see a 3 or 4 pick game out of Fitzpatrick? What game left? He tends to do that.
Shit, the Kansas City game.
I don't see it against Kansas City, New England. Belichick.
Yeah, that game too.
No, I don't see it against Kansas City. We'll move the ball in Kansas City. Trust me. We will move the ball in the Chiefs.
Can you guys run the ball?
The Chiefs don't got no defense. We'll run the ball against Kansas City. I mean, we'll put points on Kansas City. The question is, that's going to be the whole week, the story of this game. Can the young Miami defense neutralize Mahomes? That's going to be the story. That's it.
I say hell no.
The game
so much at them.
When the Dolphins jump out with a lead, and it usually happens within the first couple possessions of the other team. They get an interception or a fumble recovery or a block punt, and they get a short field for the quarterback to score on. When that doesn't happen, which is all the games that we've lost against competitive teams, we lose. So you got to look at it with a
It happened
wide.
against Denver and we lost.
So
Okay,
you
so
guys
that's
are
what I'm
good at long drives.
You're not a team that sits there and just one on offense just goes down the field and scores, and two on defense unless you're playing with a lead. Because what happens is when you get those interceptions or the scooping scores or those short fields, you force the other team to get out of their game plan, and now they have to throw more because they're playing from a deficit, and you have just got one more possession than they have in that game. I don't know if that makes sense.
Thank you to Andrew
Yeah, I could see
Colon.
that being a bad matchup if we have to play the Dolphins in the playoffs for the Dolphins, because the Titans are known for just marching down the field, especially a run game, and don't turn the ball over. They're like one of the least in turnovers in the NFL.
I think the Dolphins will finish 5th in the playoff ranking, or 6th. That means they'll play Tennessee. Yeah, they'll play Tennessee. Yeah, 'cause I think Cleveland's going to win out. I think the Browns will.
Well, Cleveland's not going to win out. They got to play the Titans next week.
If they win that game, let me just say that. You're right about that. That's the best game of the week next week is that one. That's going to be a hell of a game. That's going to be, let me put it this way, that game will be over by 2:30 Tennessee time. Those teams are going to run the football, pound the football, pound the football.
Well, I will say this. I don't know if you've watched any of the Titans games, but they're pretty explosive. They score very fast, especially on pass plays.
That's true. I've seen it. Don't worry, I've seen it. I know about AJ Brown. I know about these
He's
guys.
a yak monster. I think he's better than Metcalf.
I love your tight end.
Oh, Jonnu Smith? Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I've been watching Tennessee for a while. I've been watching your Titans for a while, bro.
I liked AJ Brown when he was coming out of the draft. I can't believe him and Metcalf was on the same team, but you're right. He's a better receiver.
He's a better route runner, and he's more elusive. Like, I think Metcalf is the better go up and get it, like fight for the ball, but
not even, bro. He doesn't have hands like that. A lot of people don't realize Metcalf drops a lot of balls. I watch a lot of.
He's kind of like T.O. Then
yeah, he drops more than T.O., which is crazy. He drops touchdowns and all.
Yeah, and AJ doesn't drop that many. He's had a few, but
he's the better receiver. When they were coming out and they drafted him and they didn't draft DK, it was for a reason.
Yeah, AJ went just above. I just can't believe that. I mean, Belichick has been so bad at drafting wide receivers, like N'Keal Harry over, and he had a chance to get AJ or Metcalf.
Yeah. It was crazy. N'Keal Harry, because I'm a 49er fan. N'Keal Harry and Brandon Ayuk came from the same school, and Brandon Ayuk is gangster for like that motherfucker baller.
Do you think our coach is gangster?
Who?
Floyd.
PK?
After what he did to Tua, bro.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I like what Flores just did. He just said, man.
Thank you, Andrew Cardelone, and James Lofton for proving my point right, and they said it today. That's what our coach did. He told Tua, I've seen enough of you. He told our owner, enough with this game manager. I need to make the playoffs now. And one thing about Stephen Ross, he wants to make the playoffs now.
Did you guys Harbaugh and Vrabel get into it at the beginning of the game last week?
Yeah,
yes, I saw that, and that was a gangster move by the Titans. Going to the middle of the Ravens logo and stepping on, telling Raven players, come out and do something about it. Of course, their punk asses stood on the sidelines, but that clown-ass coach went out there.
Well, I think it's funny because then people were putting questions on Twitter. They're like, who's the head coach you at least want to fight? And, like, I mean, I think hands down Vrabel wins a Royal Rumble against head coaches in the NFL.
Our coach ain't no punk either, bro.
Yeah, but
Vrabel
260.
Yeah, like Vrabel a fucking big ass.
No, he's funny. Vrabel is funny, bro. The way he
do you know Vrabel still does the linebacker drill? With the
Vrabel
linebackers?
is funny. The Green Bay is gonna score a touchdown. Trubisky fumbled. The Packers ran it in 20 yards. 27-3 Green Bay.
Bitch ski.
3 minutes left. That game is over. Shirley, I'm sorry, baby, but Your GM will join that clown in Detroit. Probably by Tuesday, he'll be fired in Chicago.
Dude, I think.
And you think I'm kidding? You gave up all you gave up to the Niners
Yes,
to
thank
get
you.
a scrub, while Patrick Mahomes just signed a $500 million contract,
And
and
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson just got $160 million guaranteed. You know what I'm saying?
And we got both.
And speaking about getting back to our coach,
Both.
he proved, like Itest said last night, and he's saying it tonight. That was a gangster move by Flores, telling Stephen Ross, "I can't win with this game manager." And for Dwayne to come in here tonight and write, he'll be Mahomes next year. Get the fuck out of here. Gonna
Next
be
year.
Mahomes.
We're really gonna.
Fuck outta here.
We can't compare anybody to Mahomes. Like the only guy.
Dumb.
I do.
Maybe
You know who? I do. You know who?
Who?
Jordan Love.
Damn dumb.
Jordan Love.
Get out of
And-
here. You
And
buying
the
the hype.
Packers already said he is growing week and day by day.
Whatever.
And when you're learning from the Grand Master at quarterback, he's going to
Whatever.
be a beast in Green Bay.
Get out of here, man.
And
Jordan
I'm
Love.
telling you right now, once he starts, you will get Jordan Love coverage in this room every day.
Get out of here, bro. Jordan Love is a boo-boo.
And he's throwing for 35 touchdowns a year once he replaces Aaron Rodgers in the future. You're going to come back to me and say, how did we didn't take this guy?
Fuck that. He's boo-boo.
We'll see.
I watched him in college, bro.
Wasn't he great his junior year? Oh, I watched all those
Yeah, his
games.
junior year. His
That's right,
junior
baby.
year. Then what happened?
Shirley, I'm sorry, baby. It is painful, baby girl. I'm sorry.
I think the Dolphins would have won the division this year if they had drafted Herbert.
Hell, fuck yeah. Oh, damn, I can't say that.
Why not?
Nah, man, I got the little one with me.
Okay. I understand that.
I could think Herbert would actually fit your offense better.
Bro, there's no way Herbert is coming out of a game because of his thumb. And there's no way.
And he's not hurt with a thumb.
But bro, there's no way. But listen, you're not getting the point. There's no way that's an excuse. Like when he put that tag on Tua, put him on the injury report because of a thumb, he tried him. I don't think you understand that in the locker room how much fun they making of Tua, bro.
I know they are. You can see it today, bro. When he was in the warm-up jumpsuit today on the sideline.
Even in pads, bro.
That's why
Andrew.
That's why the play-by-play announcers validated what I've been telling you guys. He basically said, "We know he's not hurt," and James Lofton said, "Quote: Fitzpatrick gives them the best chance to win and make the playoffs." That's what our coach did. He told Stephen Ross, "I'm not playing him no more. He's a game manager at best."
That's bad, bro.
And I don't think they'll do it, Itest. But if they draft Trey Lance with the the Texans pick, or with our own pick, take the kid from BYU. That's all you need to know, bro.
All I have to say is I feel bad for the Texans and the Saints fans because it's going to go downhill and stay that way for a while.
Why the Saints fans?
Dude, they're already scheduled to be like 25, 50 million over the cap.
Yeah, but if they win it all this year, they have a good chance to do it now. Breeze will be back by week 15.
I just don't think the Saints can beat any AFC team that makes it to the Super Bowl. If they
that's your opinion. I think 5 teams from the NFC can win the Super Bowl no matter who comes out of the NFC. And you know why that is? Because their quarterbacks compete with any quarterback in the AFC. And matter of fact, other than Mahomes, the other quarterbacks in the NFC are better than the quarterbacks in the AFC.
I just look at it from a physicality standpoint. I just think the AFC plays more physical this year.
Really?
Yeah.
So you really believe if the Seattle Seahawks played any team in the AFC, they're going to be prohibitive underdogs? Because I don't think so. I think except the Chiefs, they'll be favorites.
Yes, unless I see it get dramatically better, I have to say
except the Chiefs. Every NFC team would be favored against any AFC team.
You're telling me the Steelers wouldn't be favored over the Seahawks with how bad the Seahawks defense has been?
They will come to play come playoff time. The Seahawks
Their
The
season, yeah, their
Packers,
season.
The
the
Packers,
Seahawks, the
the
Packers, the
can be clogged
Saints,
against physical
the
teams.
Seahawks, Packers changed. Even the 49ers at 10-6 would be favored to win the Super Bowl, except against Kansas City.
Bro,
Yeah, but the
you let the
Packers, if they
Niners,
get punched in the mouth, they lose.
but you let the Niners in, you in trouble, bro.
You're in
Yeah,
trouble,
that's-
bro.
that's the only team I'm worried about. If they're fully healthy again or close to it,
Bro, if you don't
bingo.
think Seattle is in the Super Bowl,
Yeah, you gotta respect.
they ain't
Hey,
gonna win the Super Bowl, you out of your
Man,
goddamn mind, bro.
Seattle is that team.
I just
bro.
don't think they can make it to the Super Bowl with their defense currently.
That's the
You
thing.
keep
If they can-
believing the defense. I just said something, you didn't listen, and I signed off on it. Against the three important teams they had to play, the division teams, their defense showed up. Against the other teams, they've been trash.
Yeah, but you can't count that as much because division opponents just know each other better. How many times have we seen a team that is tough and then they get smacked around by a team?
If you really
division in the
believe, my
playoffs?
brother, that if Seattle's on the other side against, let's say, your team, and they're not going to be favored, you out of your damn mind, bro. They're going to be
Seattle-
at least 5 points favorite. Because you know what people are going to say about your team? You know what people are going to say about your team? They're going to say, where is their body of work? Seattle has a body of work. Where is your body of work?
Yeah, but if you give me a 5 points against Seattle and my Titans, in the
You
Super
take
Bowl,
it. You take it.
I take
You
it.
take it. No one's
because
gonna
Henry
argue
will
with
carve up
that.
defense. I think Henry
Again,
will carve up that defense. I don't think that defense
Rodgers,
will stop a team.
favorite against every team in the AFC except Kansas City. Seattle, favorite against every AFC team except Kansas City. The Rams. All right, you may have an argument with the Rams, but they love Boyd Jr. He will be
No, but-
favored against every team against Kansas except Kansas City.
But you make a point right there when you said Seattle and
Green Bay.
Green Bay will be favored. Look at the denominator, the quarterback.
Bingo. He don't understand this.
Tannehill doesn't compete with Russell or Rodgers.
No.
I
That's
mean,
the
only
point.
he's got the stats he's competing with him right now.
Yeah, but no one takes him seriously until he wins the AFC title. Until then, no one takes him seriously. That's a
I mean,
fact.
he's only second year into the system.
Man,
What does it give a
Tannehill-
damn about the system? You had a 17-7 lead in Arrowhead last year. What happened?
Bro,
What
I'm telling you, he's falling for the Tannehill syndrome, bro. Like the Tannehill-itis. He
Yo,
believes
no one's
in
knocking your
Tannehill like
squad.
we did.
But for you to come up here and say that those NFC teams are trash, you crazy.
I'm not
They
saying
have
that
the
they're trash.
marquee quarterbacks.
I'm just saying that besides Patrick Mahomes, like last year, and I think it's trending this way this year, the dominant run teams are the ones making the playoffs, not these quarterbacks throwing up a bunch of stats.
You're right, but the Dolphins, I'm going to use the Dolphins as a perfect example. I swear to God, they will draft 2 kids next year because they got, how many picks we got, I test, like 12?
I believe so.
Yeah, but
I'm
do
not
you
sure.
trust like Green Bay's defense, their run defense against top tier
It
runs?
doesn't matter. They have the equalizer. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, whoever San Francisco could pick their third string. If the defense is half healthy, which they're getting there now in the running game, they're going to be favored.
Yeah, but also I look at it, if you've watched this season, the top AFC teams, for the most part, have beat almost every NFC team. they've
Pittsburgh
played.
team, no schedule.
Well, Pittsburgh,
Okay.
Kansas City is taking care of every NFC opponent they've played.
Yeah, but that's Kansas City. They're Super Bowl champs. And they got to go to New Orleans in a couple of weeks. We'll see. Breeze will be back for that game, by the way, against Mahomes.
Well,
Really?
I say the real thing to look at,
I
the
didn't
real
know
thing
that.
to look at will be Week 16 Titans versus Packers. If
Yeah,
the
there goes
Packers
your
get
test.
folded-
There goes your litmus test. There you
the
go.
Packers get folded because they can't stop the run, then that proves my point.
But what happened if Rodgers put 40 on you? Which he
And
could.
Tannehill has to play.
Yeah, but how is he going to put 40 if Tennessee's driving 80 yards down the field down their throat?
We'll see. We'll
You
see.
have to. That's
We'll
you.
see.
You're playing a Styles game. But what we're saying is, when you take Henry away, do you have a quarterback to compete with fucking Breeze, to compete with
Rodgers,
Rodgers,
Brady,
to compete with
Brady.
Russell?
Or,
You know what I'm saying? You don't.
Wilson. Or even Jared Goff.
I think
Yeah.
Tannehill played better than Goff.
Yeah,
Okay.
then golf he has, yes, under that system. But in the playoffs, it's a different animal, bro.
That's
It's
right.
a different pressure. Because
And
they're
we'll
not
see.
only
And we'll
playing.
see if Mike Vrabel. See, our defensive court, our the head coach have whipped Sean McVay's ass twice in a row.
Yeah, he know McVay.
I mean, we got him in check, and it's a fact. Held that
Fucking
so-called
Shanahan.
greatest team on earth to 3 points in the Super Bowl, and then a couple of weeks ago, we fucking whipped Jared Goff's ass so bad he didn't know what hit him.
Look what
I
Shanahan
think
did to
it's
him
something about
today.
the New England lineage. They know how to play McVay for some reason.
Nah, just him because Vrabel loses
That's right,
to him.
just him, bro.
And Patricia loses to him.
And let me say this.
No, I
Let
know
me
that.
say one
I'm
more
saying, like
thing.
Vrabel and Belichick, they tend to beat like the Rams are certain, like they shut them down. Or
Let
people
me
who
let me
came from the
let me
from
say
New
this to you. Let me say this to you. You know why I have so much confidence in my team, bro? You want to know? I'm not being delusional. That's John being a dick. But when we're getting trophies and John is not, that's the Browns fan who was up here. He's going to be quiet. And then we're going to be mocking his ass every time he comes up here to the point he won't come up here no more. You know why I believe in my franchise, bro? Because I have the coach. And like my buddy here, my little brother here, said last night, and he's saying it tonight, our coach pulled a gangster move yesterday.
Hey, Vrabel did it with Mariota. Saved our season last year.
You're right. You're right. He did. I'm still cracking up, man. I test you had to be here yesterday, buddy, at 6:45. I killed Patricia and Quinn first, and then I went all in on the Dolphin organization, bro. I killed it, bro. You gotta hear it, bro. I said they fucking lied through their teeth. The boy's not hurt. The two announcers confirmed that with me. They validated my point today when they asked the question to James Lofton. And Lofton and the announcer, play-by-play guy, saw right through the bullshit. Boy's not hurt. Coach went to the owner and said, I can't win with him. He said, you want to make the playoffs, owner? Mr. Ross, let me do it my way. And he's doing it his way.
I'll tell you what, you know who the next Adam Gase is right now?
Who?
Matt Nagy.
I don't think it's his fault.
No,
It's
he
the
really
GM's
is
fault.
coach
He'll
now.
be fired. He'll be fired Tuesday. I guarantee you that.
His play calling's awful.
Nah, but he ain't got the quarterback, bro. Like,
Yeah,
that's
but
it.
but did you hear the argument that happened with Nick Foles? Nick Foles started arguing with Nagy a few times where he's like, we don't have time to run this play when they had like two major injuries on the line. He's like, I'm going to get killed.
You know, Havoc, Havoc, you're going to get a rinse from me, bro. You are terrific tonight. This is why I'm on my platform. Shirley, I'm sorry for you, baby. It breaks my heart. Your GM will be fired Tuesday morning. Officer Jones, your GM will be fired Tuesday morning in Chicago. Mrs.
That's
McCaskey got to
crazy,
pull
yeah.
that gangster move. She got to pull it.
That's crazy.
Miss Ford did it Saturday morning. Fired both of
What's
those
that?
clowns in Detroit. That fat bastard's good. I can't stand that fat fuck.
They need to hire Jim Caldwell back.
Caldwell will never sink low to go back to those assholes in Detroit.
That's true.
Yeah, he was winning and you got rid of him. Fuck you. I ain't coming back.
That's right, baby. So my friend, we're gonna be 8-4. Even though I'm gonna warn you, the third string quarterback in Cincinnati is pretty good. He played a good game today. He just fumbled late in the game. They was driving to beat the Giants. It's gonna be a little struggle next week. We may be a little flat at home because we're gonna be looking past them for the Chiefs. I wouldn't do that on Flores. Get their attention on the airplane, coach. Let's get the Cincinnati win, and then we'll be ready.
Get your face.
Let me ask you this. If they hold them to 17 points and we win that game 20-17, what would you think of Flores then?
Which game?
When we play Kansas City, I'm asking my buddy, then I'll go to you about it. What would you think about Flores then, my brother?
Right now, I don't got no problem with Flores. The only problem I got right now is what are they going to do at that quarterback position? Are they going to follow suit and, you know what I'm saying, continue to coddle him and tell people like Dwayne, it's all right, wait till next year, and y'all going to buy that? Or are you gonna make a move, man, and give yourself an insurance policy and get you a viable option if this guy thumb hurts again? That's it.
I think they have to, especially with the extra picks that they have right now coming up in the next draft.
But then think about it, bro. They don't want to look stupid. They don't want to look like the organization that had a chance to
No.
get hurt.
They'll do like Arizona. Seriously, it'll be like Arizona. You get rid of them. You draft someone good that can work with the. Because I'll tell you this much: if they are going to change him, Chan Gailey's fired. I'm serious. He'll fire Chan Gailey.
You got to think about it. The climate got to be right. In Arizona, it fit the climate because a new coach was coming in with a guy he scouted since high school.
I think, and I'm going to say it again, I believe they can win with this kid. But the problem is, for Dolphin fans, he's not going to be what you thought he was going to be.
Nah,
He's a game manager, bro. You can win with him as game manager.
You keep talking about him in the game. I'm talking about his thumb is hurting, yo.
His thumb is not hurt. It's a lie.
Oh my
When you going to get that through your head, bro? He didn't even wear a cast today. He was in a warm-up suit, holding the clipboard, being the pom-pom waver on the bench. Watch the game again, you'll see that. They was doing that. You know why? Because if Flores would have came out and said,
"Go ahead,
I can't win with him," you know the fan base would have tore down the stadium.
But do you know that you putting him on the injury report with a thumb injury indirectly says the same thing? It just says it in a more humiliating fact.
Of course. But we don't care about him. We care about winning 4 more games.
Oh my gosh, yo! But you can't move forward with him after you do that. Is what I'm saying, yo. You just told the world, yo, I can't win with this guy. Instead of being a man and saying, yo, he's not ready right now to the world, I'm gonna put Fitzpatrick in. Nah, I'm gonna put him on injury report.
There is at the 3-yard line, the Packers.
Because of his
Trubisky's moving them down the field.
That's fucking embarrassing, bro. Now you gotta wait till next year because this guy's thumb hurt. Get out of here.
You guys have to draft a quarterback, maybe second, third round, maybe one with some talents to develop just in case. Because if Tua takes the wrong hit, man, it's all she wrote.
Come on, bro.
I'm not even worried about him getting hit. What I'm worried about him is riding the ship. That's all I care about with him. I know what he is. Flores knows what he is.
Broken, like Mario.
You look on the other side, you got Justin Herbert just looking like, and you're like, damn.
He's looking like Dan Marino right now.
Bro, and I'm looking at, I could imagine them drinking themselves at night watching Justin Herbert games. Like, what the fuck did we drive?
I have a feeling that your coach wanted Herbert and your GM picked Tua.
Any logical football person would have wanted Herbert.
Our owner, not our coach. I mean, not our GM. The owner wanted him.
Yeah.
Y'all keep giving Greer a pass, yo. He the one that pulls the trigger.
If Greer wants a job, he better pick who the owner tells him to pick.
Then he shouldn't have that job because he's just a token boy.
Yeah, it's like a Jerry Jones situation.
Exactly, bro. So if you're not gonna say just one time, even if it means you're out the door, do something. You've been there for 20 years. Say, you know what? I know he wants me to pick Tua, but on my way out the door, I'm gonna at least leave a legacy. Justin Herbert, and I'm out the door. Fuck it. I'll get another job because I will show him.
If you don't have the balls to make that move.
Come on, man. You just a token boy if you can't make a football-wise decision instead of making a business decision when you know this will set the team back 3, 4, 5.
We'll be fine. I'm keep telling you we're going to be fine.
You'll be like the Bears. You see the Bears right now that we're watching. Watch the Bears. We're a fucking 2 off seasons from looking like this team right here.
Or look at Daniel Jones.
Look at Trubisky's face. Now look at Tua. You don't think his face could look like that in 2 years? Get out of here.
No, I think Tua's going to be fine. It's just that we have to give more weapons. And the Arizona game, I'll say it one more time, the Arizona game is the best that kid's going to do.
I would say just be careful because you guys could end up looking like the Giants. They spent a ton of money on defense.
And Daniel Jones is playing very well now. He's hurt. He's going to be out.
Dude, he's like the fumble king. What are you talking about? He's got like the most.
Last 3 weeks he's played clean football, and that's where the Giants are in first.
But that doesn't change the fact that he's been like the leader in fumbles.
You're not going to win with that, Mace.
And the fumble's lost, not just fumble and
Mitch
recover. Like,
Trubisky threw one, and they're going to bail him out. They're going to call pass interference. That was one of the worst throws I've ever seen in my life, near the end zone. Anyway, let me get back to this. I don't blame you, Sherry, being disappointed. It's good that the Dolphin fan base is crying right now that their golden boy is nothing more than this Alex Smith. I could have told them that from day one.
I don't even
I'm
think
vindicated.
he's good as Alex Smith.
I'm vindicated.
No,
Thank you. I'm vindicated by the two announcers today that came out and asked that question, and James Lofton gave him the answer. We know that boy is not hurt.
I mean, Alex Smith was taller, stronger arm. Like, I don't see
No,
that.
Tua got a stronger arm than Alex Smith.
Yeah, Tua better than Alex Smith, man. Stop
That's
that.
who he is.
But he better than Alex Smith. You keep calling him Alex Smith. He's not a game manager. He just can't stay on the fucking field.
Alex Smith is a definite game manager, boy. That's why they
Yeah.
replaced him with Mahomes. And
I
that's
get
Tua
it.
Tagovailoa. He is a game manager.
Well, to be fair, if you had somebody with, and you just see him every day in practice, like as good as Mahomes, yeah, you're going to make that switch. But what if they had drafted Trubisky?
Touchdown
that never would've
Bears.
happened. They never would have traded Smith.
Touchdown Bears, Trubisky to Robinson, 27-10. I'm very happy that I got to see the kid up close. And I'm very happy that me and Brian Flores thinks the same about him. He doesn't have enough yet. He needs a running game. He needs an alpha receiver. And to show up that line, he'll be fine. That's not much to ask.
Bro, you want the world and you want rainbows and
No, I don't.
gold. You
He's
want
not.
everything.
And by the way, he's not going to be the reason why we win. We become a dynasty. We'll be a dynasty because we'll have a power running game, and we'll have a championship defense on the field.
But do you think Tua can survive 4 seasons?
But here's the thing: you named everything that every team wants. They want an alpha receiver, a championship defense, you know what I'm saying, a power running game.
I didn't ask for a game manager, but we have it. We have to live with a game
Okay,
manager.
but what I'm saying is you need more than that. You need more than that.
We'll get the middle linebacker too. Be the captain of our defense. He's coming in this draft. Hell, he may be our first pick. Kid from Penn State who EM is high on. A lot of football people's high on. And next year we should be a 13-win team next year.
You win with the quarterback. You win Super Bowls with the quarterback. Who cares if you win 15 and go 15-1? If you don't win the Super Bowl, it doesn't mean anything.
Or you have to have like the best defense all year.
We'll have the best defense in years coming up. Well, our defense will rival the Legion of Boom defense in Seattle.
I don't know if you can afford to keep it by the time Tua is supposed to be ready.
We'll be winning Super Bowls in 2022. It will be the last year on these guys' contracts. They only signed 3-year deals. And we'll be drafting good enough to replace these guys. Oh, we'll have enough money because no one's getting paid on the team to replace them.
You're delusional, bro.
But the dynasty's coming in Miami. I feel complete confidence in our defense, our head coach. We have playmakers. We have the best secondary in the game. It's only going to get better.
And no quarterback. Congratulations. You got no quarterback. The most important part of the field.
Why do you not like this kid as a game manager? Why you don't like him as a game manager?
I think you'd be better with Tannehill right now if he was on the team.
His thumb hurts. That's why.
His thumb doesn't hurt. Cut it out. Stop believing those lies. Fine.
All right, fine. If he's fine, he's not better than Fitzpatrick.
No, that's the point. You just answered the question what I've been saying for the last 48 hours. Yes, he's not better than Fitzpatrick. And the coach knows that.
So I can go get anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go get anyone. What you mean? What am I keeping him around for if I can go get somebody just better than Fitzpatrick? I'm thinking I'm getting
next year. Next year, we'll have a new hell, we may have a new quarterback here next March.
I mean, honest question though, would you guys take Tannehill over Fitzpatrick and Tua?
No, we saw that show already.
No, you got
salty from like the bad Adam Gase years.
No, when you live through
Gase made him good. What are you talking about? Gase made him good.
Gase outplayed his scheme. Look how bad his scheme is messing with Sam Darnold.
Mace, don't tell him nothing. He has to live
That's Sam Darnold.
So when you go through it yourself, then you'll understand. But right now, you're delusional. So
but Tannehill could just end up becoming a Rich Gannon. Just
Go
really
ahead.
good when he got to another team for the rest of his
Yeah.
career.
And how many
Yo,
titles
ride
did
that
Rich
wave.
Gannon win?
What?
How many
One.
titles did Rich Gannon win?
And that was only when he had Jerry Rice, Tim Brown, Jim.
I'll tell you one thing about
fucking-
Ryan Tannehill. In all seriousness, he to me it's him and Mahomes for the MVP.
So, I mean, I appreciate that because Tannehill's stats are damn good.
Phenomenal. Even I admit that. See, I watch everything, young man. That's why I have my platform.
He's got like what, only 4 picks all year so far,
Yeah,
and like 25 touchdowns or 24.
yeah. He's having a monster. So is Deshaun Watson, 24-5, nearly 3,000 yards.
For his team, I give him that's. I think I can't believe he re-signed. I wouldn't have re-signed. Like they
I would have went to Miami. I would have ran to Miami if I was Deshaun Watson. We would have took him.
or ran to New England or something because they'll have tons.
He
of
can still do that.
I just when he re-signed, I was like, dude, really? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
And that was before they fired Bill O'Brien. I would have never taken that deal. But I guess he was worried about the salary cap going down.
Yeah.
You get the money, boy.
Yeah. I think Tennessee's going to be in the mix next couple of years. I do. I think as long as they keep the nucleus and just keep progressing, Tennessee's going to be there, bro. They're going to be there with us. Them and the Browns are going to be there with us. We're going to be the new big three with the Chiefs. That's who it's going to be.
Johnson and this boy going at it, bro.
I mean, when I see a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes,
I would
that's
say
a champion. That's a thoroughbred.
you guys
Listen, when
the quarterback at least in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
When you're building a team, if you're really serious about Super Bowls, you got to look at who are my opponents. Like, who do I have to beat? And right now, the king of the mountain is Patrick Mahomes.
That's right. And we're building our defense to beat Patrick Mahomes. That's how we're building our defense. You'll see it in 2 weeks from Sunday. We'll see it.
Your defense can't win against Patrick Mahomes. It could slow him down.
That's what we need to do because we're going to have a quarterback that's a gunslinger that he's going to let Fitzpatrick just try to shoot it out with Mahomes. That's how we're going to win.
I mean, the Raiders are the only team building to try to knock off the Chiefs, and they've played the most competitive this year. But the
I
difference
disagree with you. You better take another look of our defense, our friend. And you're going to see that 2 weeks from today.
But
Derek Carr's a way better quarterback than Fitzpatrick and Tua.
Derek Carr is okay, but again,
better than Tua.
Derek Carr is okay.
Tua hasn't played enough to prove he's good enough in the NFL.
No. Again, about Tua, I'm going to say this one more time. This is not for you, my buddy. This is for him. We don't have the things he needs to win consistently. We'll get it in next year's draft and free agency. We'll get it.
The dog, when he get hit and he get hurt, then what happens? You could get all those pieces, but if his thumb hurts and he's not there.
Would you cut it out with the goddamn thumb, my brother? His thumb isn't hurt.
But bro, I'm just making a metaphor, whatever it is, just to let you know that he's gonna get hurt. Something is gonna be hurt, and he's gonna be out the game.
You will not see Tua Tagovailoa no more this year. You will not see him.
Man, that's suspect in itself because if we drafted her,
suspect. The coach is gangster. He said, "Yo, I can't win with this guy."
Okay,
you're gonna see him if Fitzpatrick does a 4-pick game or something like that. You'll see him again.
If we had Herbert here, there's no way any of this is happening.
That's true.
There's no way. There's no way Herbert isn't coming out of training camp as the starter over Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, you literally would win the division this year if you had Herbert instead.
So dumb, bro. So fucking retarded decision. Get out of it.
He had to make the fan base happy. The Finsanities, the Estebans, that fucking genius. What's his name? Reasons. Had to make those people happy. Remember, EM thinks he's the greatest thing in the world.
What do you think would have been more enjoyable? Us watching Herbert start from the beginning of the season and watching Tua on the bench in San Diego? Don't you think that would have been more enjoyable?
You know what's making me enjoyable about Tua Tagovailoa?
Yeah.
What's going to be my headline on Tuesday? 'Cause I'm going to have 3 shows. I'm going to have 3 shows this Tuesday. You know what's going to be my headline? I told you so. delusional Dolphin fans. I told you so. About Tua Tagovailoa, baby. I'm loving this, by the way. I'm loving it. Fucking Tua. Told these clowns. Game
Migs,
manager at best.
Migs, I'm gonna
Yes,
holler
sir.
at you, bro. I gotta handle something, man.
Yeah, I love you, man. I'll see
I gotta head up
you
too.
Tuesday.
Yo.
You out, bro? Havoc's out. I'm gonna call it a night too. I'm gonna go a couple more minutes. I'm gonna call it a night. Let me get back to what I was saying. I'm gonna kill Patricia first. Those two clowns are gone from Detroit. Mama Ford pulled a pure gangster move yesterday, getting those two clowns out of there. And for the sorry ass Lion fans, because yes, they are the sorry ass Lions, you better get it right this off season, or else I'll roast your asses in here every other day. You're a fucking embarrassment to the NFL, Detroit. You are. You're a joke. You let the greatest player of a generation in Barry Sanders walk out the door healthy because you wouldn't send him to Miami at the time or the Raiders where he wanted to go. Instead, Bobby Ross was a dick and kept him, and he said, fuck you, I'm out. Never saw him again. And you deserve all the fucking grief you get. Fucking group of losers. In Miami, Tua Tagovailoa, I told these fools in here that he's a game manager at best. These fools really believe this guy was a 500 game a week quarterback. And what did the coach do yesterday? Pulled a gangster move, like Itest said, and said, you're not playing no more. I can't win with this kid right now. I can win with the other guy. We should win 3 of our last 5. Make the playoffs as a 6th seed. Play the Titans. Should be fascinating. Told you so. That this kid wasn't all that. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you that big time? Even Brian Flores said, I can't win with this guy right now. Gotta give him pieces. We will. Next year's draft. He'll be the starter next year. I'm sorry that you Dolphin fans really thought that this kid was going to be a 500, 400-yard quarterback. Did you see who he had at Tennessee, at Alabama? 5 first-round receivers, because the 2 that's still there will be first-rounders next year in the draft. It's a damn shame that you Dolphin fans got your heart broken, really believing that this kid was going to be the Messiah. Your Messiah is not here yet, but we'll get 2 running backs in the draft next year, and you'll see your Messiah. And that kid from UAB is looking real good right now. I'm going to go another, let me see. I'm going to go another 10 minutes and I'm out of here unless anybody wants to come up. So Miami wins today comfortably. Except for Arizona, their 6 of their 7 wins have been very comfortable wins. And we're going to see them in 2 weeks. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo. Jim Nantz is fired up to get to Miami. He said today during the Tampa Bay broadcast, the biggest game in Miami in years. It's going to be electric in South Florida. City should be buzzing. All beginning next week when they know that Mahomes is coming back to town. It's going to be a challenge for this young defense because this defense is a year away from dominance. This is the new rising in Miami. The mystique is back in South Florida. They deserve it. The mystique is back again in South Florida. And it's good to see. There is going to be electricity in the air 2 weeks from today. That whole week in Miami is going to be buzzing. That Sunday morning is going to be a haze in the air. I'm going to do the show extra early that Sunday morning. I'm going to go on at 9:30 Eastern time, an early bird special. And we'll go all over that game. And all you Dolphin guys like Big Time, Jefferson, Itest, you all better be your asses. Dwayne, you all asses better be in this room. Okay? Because with me, you get the truth. You get the facts. You don't get BS. They have arrived, folks. They have arrived. This is the next dynasty of the NFL. I picked them to lose to the Chiefs in 2 weeks. They'll lose, but they'll learn from it. They're going to build their defense to beat the Chiefs, and they're doing it. We're edge pass rusher and a middle linebacker away from being dominant, and we'll get those pieces. And if I'm Xavier and Clowney, you want to show up now? Motherfucker. You want to show up instead of running to Nashville? Bitch. I am so happy that we have a team that's competitive. And we lost to Buffalo. We lost to New England. We lost to Seattle. And we lost to Denver. That was a bad loss. But we lost to two good teams, and Denver is injury riddled. New England is winning on guts and guile, the coach. Can't deny that. Going another 4 minutes, and I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, who's the Monday night game tomorrow? I forgot who's playing tomorrow. Is anyone special playing tomorrow? Let me think. Let me get deep into it. Let me guess. Rams, no. See. Oh, yeah, I'll be on tomorrow at 5 o'clock, maybe earlier. Pre-game show. Seahawks. Hope to have Tackman up here. I hope to have my man out in the Pacific Northwest up here. We kill. I hope to have both of them up here for Seahawks pregame. It'll all be Seahawks tomorrow. I'll do a recap of today's games tomorrow night. Green Bay 27, Bears 10. Trubisky redeemed himself. Maybe the Bears never should have pulled Trubisky when he was 3-0 this year. All these fucking niggas who played in the NFL praising Nick Foles. What the fuck Nick Foles done since he won in Philly? He hasn't done a goddamn thing. Okay? Bunch of coons, bro. So let's go through it. I have it on top of my Tennessee, very impressive on the road today. Stomping the Colts. Big win for them. Giants, hold on. But Daniel Jones is hurting. Daniel Jones is getting better and better this week. I give credit where it's due. Good for the Giants. I'm sorry, baby. But your Bears, I don't think they're going to come back, even though Trubisky saw something strong. I don't blame you, baby. I know you want to win. You don't care who gets it done. I know. Let me see who else won today. Buffalo wins today. They held on, but they beat the Chargers. Big win for the Bills. Atlanta destroyed the Raiders today. A gutless effort by the Raiders, 43-6. Tampa, the Chiefs held on and beat Brady and company. Mahomes and company wins in Tampa by 3. The Rams embarrassingly lose to the Niners. Niners are getting stronger, folks. They're going to make a last push. And the Saints win very comfortably over the Broncos in Denver. So, Rodgers, 15 of 18, 128 yards, 3 touchdowns in the first half, 50 touchdowns career against the Bears. Devontae Adams has 6 touchdowns in 6 weeks. No, they're not, and I promise you, McCaskey will pull a gangster move like Mama Ford did yesterday. So that's it for the NFL. Next week, the big games. Cleveland at Tennessee is a monster. I don't know who's at Green Bay, but somebody big is at Green Bay next week because Nance and Romo is going to be there. That's their doubleheader game. I guess somebody. Let me check out who's in Green Bay next week for the late game. Find out who it is. There they are. They're the late game next week. I'll have Seahawks and Giants. That's a big game next week. I expect both of them are first place teams going into that showdown next Sunday in God's Palace in Seattle. Trubisky, play action fake, wide open. So the Bears are driving, sweetheart. The Bears are driving. They're at the Green Bay 40. Let me see. Oh, really? Eagles, Packers is next week? Really? God. Then they're at Detroit after that. And then they got Carolina, Tennessee at home. Then they end up in Chicago. So the Packers, next week, they're playing the Eagles. And Jim Nantz is getting all excited about that game. Are you fucking kidding me? Yep, I saw that. New York, hey, you guys ain't going to believe me, but New York is getting Super Bowl fever now about their Giants. I'll tell you one thing, the Giants are like us. They got a fucking Super Bowl defense right now, the Giants. Nagy right now is looking at a death march. You could look on his face. And it's not his fault. I know people don't like Matt Nagy. I'm not too crazy. This is not his fault. It's not. No one told him to take it. No, he wasn't in charge of Mitch Trubisky being drafted. Trubisky on the run throws it out of bounds. Be third down. Next week, my doubleheader will be Cleveland at Tennessee and the Giants going to Seattle. I will cover this Giants Seattle. Well, I'll have Seattle up here the next 3 weeks. I'll be focused on, and that's going to be a hell of a doubleheader for me because my early game that day will be the Chiefs at Miami, then the Jets at Seattle. So I'm gonna have fun next couple of weeks. My Seahawks, and I got the showdown in South Florida in 2 weeks. Trubisky sacked after punt. I love the fact that the Dolphins are getting their due. Oh, Jim Nantz was so excited. But he didn't even talk about Green Bay. He was so excited to be in Miami in 2 weeks. He's looking forward to it. I am too. Yeah, a lot of people think the Seahawks are going to go all the way. I'll be happy if they do. 4-7, I test 4-7. I'm going to be very happy if they do. Seattle go all the way this year. I'll be very, very happy. I'll have a big celebration in here. But the story is not the Seahawks right now. They have 3 easy ones coming up. They should be 10-3 by the time they go to the Rams, when the Rams come in. I'm looking at a Dolphin. The Mystique is back in Miami, and I think Miami fans should be excited. That's right, baby girl. We all would be happy out for a big celebration if the Seahawks even get to the Super Bowl. I'm looking at Miami right now, and I'm going to end it with this. Brian Flores' early coaching career will be highly tested against Mahomes in 2 weeks. Mahomes has done very well against Belichick defense, but give Brian Flores credit. For the first half of that championship game, he shut the Chiefs out in Kansas City in freezing cold. I'm fascinated to see this chess match between Brian Flores and Andy Reid in 2 weeks. We will begin countdown to Dolphins Chiefs next Tuesday morning when I get up. I come back from getting my arm touched up for my dialysis. I'm going to have surgery next Tuesday. It'll be my birthday. When I walk into my front door and lock the door and change clothes, hang up my clothes, have me a nice cup of coffee on my table, we'll begin countdown to Dolphins Chiefs. America is falling in love with the Dolphins again. The national media is believing in this defense. I'm telling people the defense is a year away to become dominant, but the people are in love with it right now. And it's scary that a young Miami defense is going up against Mahomes, and I think it's good for them to get Mahomes out of their system. It's going to be a fascinating game, Dolphin fan. It really is, because what we're going to see in this game is the coaching staff. You're a year away, people. You're a year away. But in 2 weeks, we're going to see something. We're going to see something in 2 weeks. Lewis Shirley, big time. See who else was in here tonight. Lewis Shirley, big time. Abdul Jones. Kid Roscoe. Heifel. Pete. General EM. Dante S. Big Boss, Big Dwayne, the dynasty begins now. Havoc, thank you for being on the panel tonight. You was great, kid. Just saying thank you to all the guys. Sean Jones, who's my boy? Amon Perry was here. Just want to say thank you to all of you for contributing to another fine show. Show 112, but I'm marking as 105. No partying, no clubbing. Shirley, I'm so sorry about your Bears, baby. No partying, no clubbing, no drinking, no smoking, no recreational drugs. It's Sunday night. Get ready for work tomorrow. Stay home. Don't go to no stupid club and some broad's birthday party. No sex, no women. Good night from the Oasis. I'll see you here tomorrow afternoon, 5 o'clock Eastern time for the Seahawk Eagle pregame show and go around the league with these games that were played today and recap the Bears, Packers. Good night from the Oasis. I love you. Thank you for your contribution. Love you and your support.